seen that before? Have you ever witnessed that? Something, right?
Yeah.
Those are seriously tough people. Yeah, they all said every one of them came up in the end, and they were great. I mean, they were all warriors, modern day warriors. Just good fight. I mean, the ones they all came up. Every one of them, you saw them, and very respectful of the office.
Trump took a bullet and said, "Fight, fight, fight." You know what he's about. Afterwards, he got on Air Force One and had his granddaughter, Kai, meet his favorite opponent. The fake news turned the Oval Office into the Octagon today, and you won't believe who they were fighting for. Remember the MS-13 gangbanger that the media calls a Maryland dad? Well, he got deported, and now CNN wants him back.
You probably know this. We printed them for millions of small businesses over the past 20 years. Stickers, shirts, and more. If you need it, we print it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Rab, good morning, good morning. Legal Wars Podcast is Tuesday, man. We cooking this morning. We're going to be grading President Trump's economy, man. Haven't been live in about 5 days. On Tuesdays, we usually do what we call a ghost stream. You know what I'm saying? And basically what we'll do is you know what I'm saying, I'll just interact with the stream, do the content like that. But this morning, I actually prepared content because we will be grading President Trump's economy. So again, good morning, Arab. Arab, if you will, for me, will you double tap your screen for me, like the video? You guys, if y'all are viewing this content after it was pre-recorded, I ask that y'all will please, please, please double tap the screen, like that video for me, y'all. We need to get them likes up. So guys, it's not really a poll. We're going to be grading President Trump's economy this morning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ask you guys what y'all will give him for his grade. So I'm going to put that up, man. And then we're going to jump straight into the content. So y'all give me just a second. Good morning, guys. How are y'all doing, guys? Welcome into the Legal Wars Podcast. You are kicking it with your favorite host, the Ghost. If you guys will y'all please double tap that screen for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you could come back every time we go live. Today, we will be grading President Trump's economy. You know what I'm saying? So guys, today I prepared content with news as well. It's important for us to have accurate information about what President Trump is doing with the economy. Like I said from the very beginning, President Trump is doing something every president should have done. See if the American government would have been more proactive with Russia. Maybe the U.S. could have curbed some of Putin's aggression against Ukraine. That being said, guys, let's talk. Let's start off talking about the importance of the tariffs on China before I get into the grading. So guys, make sure if you guys have not, will y'all double tap the screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and make sure you guys hit the notification bell. So the news that I'm bringing you guys, okay? And I know I got a poll I'm finna start and everything like that, but I want to bring you guys this news because I want y'all to understand something. This was wrote by Angela Dewin of The Guardian, if you guys want to fact check it, okay? In the space of just 5 weeks, China held live fire drills on the doorstep of Australia, Taiwan, and Vietnam, guys. It tested new landing barges on ships that could facilitate an ambitious assault on Taiwan. So y'all don't see what's going on over there out there in the Pacific. Oh, big bad China, man. That's what we trying to tell y'all. Y'all can't see that. Like we might be on the brink of a world war. Like China is trying to test America for the power, for dominant power. You understand that? So it unveiled deep sea cable cutters with the ability to switch off another country's internet access. Man, China out there trying to get it. A tool no other nation admits to having. China has been flexing its maritime muscle in the Indo-Pacific to send a message of supremacy to its regional neighbors, experts say. But it's also testing the thinking of a bigger rival further afield, and that would be Donald Trump. Since President Trump took office in January, he and his cabinet members have focused their China strategy on tariffs and have launched an escalating trade war with Beijing. Guys, we're going to get into that in a minute. We're going to get to grading in a minute, but I just want to let you guys know that. And I want to say congratulations, President Trump. I think it's completely necessary. If you guys don't think so, y'all drop down in the comments and let me know why you don't. They have been largely silent on China's growing acts of aggression in the Indo-Pacific seas. On April the 1st, the U.S. State Department condemned Beijing's aggressive military activities and rhetoric. How dare you out there? You see what I'm saying? In relation to unannounced military drills in the Taiwan Strait, which have been bigger scale in recent months, have had increasingly resembling an active invasion, an actual invasion. Can y'all see this? China is preparing to invade Taiwan. If possible, they're preparing to invade Vietnam too. They're trying to take over that entire area, guys. We have to realize that. We have to understand that. That came on the heels of a visit to the region by U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth when he assured Japan and the Philippines that America would continue to defend them against China. He clarified that the United States had not changed the status quo stance on Taiwan, and the Pentagon reiterated China remained the U.S.'s biggest threat. Guys, it's important that you realize the tariffs on China isn't or shouldn't be about a trade deficit, but more about national defense. The Chinese have 1.4 billion people, that's with a B people, which is 4 times the size of the United States, 334 million people, and yet still China has over a $300 billion surplus, with the U.S. president started off wrong with the tariffs on the whole world and the ally, that's my opinion. But to be fair, the United States had a $1.2 trillion trade deficit, so I'm not too much against the additional 10% tariffs on the rest of the world. But I think President Trump, from this point moving forward with the tariffs, he should focus on China because they're a real problem and there's America's biggest opponent. That being said, let's get to the grades. So I know President Trump has only been president for at least 100 days, a little less. So I have 5 metrics in which we could grade and project how good his economy is or will be. So the 5 metrics are taxes and trade, jobs report, inflation, stock market, and consumer sentiment. So guys, enough for the introduction, and we finna jump into the content. So guys, while I'm putting this poll up, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you can go live every time we go live, guys. And give me just a second, the introduction, and I'm gonna put the poll up. So President Trump's economy. First 100 days, guys, straight up. You know how Ghost is. First 100 days. What would you guys give President Trump on the economy. So we're going to say an A. We're going to say a B. C. Or a F. And that'll be felon. We're going to just skip the D. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all giving President Trump? Nelson, what's up, my boy? What's up, y'all? Guys, if y'all have not liked the video, make sure y'all like that video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I would like to know what you guys would give President Trump on the economy. Guys, we starting off with taxes and trade, okay? We know about the tariffs. I just gave that whole introduction, guys, probably about 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying, letting you know about China so you can understand what President Trump's objective was with the tariffs, okay? So he's saying that the U.S. have a $300 billion trade deficit with China. So he's saying with the tariffs, man, he's saying he's got to do that in order to even up that trade deficit. Plus, China is looking like Russia did before they invaded Ukraine. They're looking real aggressive out there. You know what I'm saying? Doing military drills and everything like that. So President Trump is attempting to address a problem. That being said, guys, let's continue. The United States, this information is brought to you April the 10th by Reuters. The United States House of Representatives on Thursday passed a budget plan that lays the groundwork for extending President Donald Trump's 2017 tax cuts. Nelson, what you think about the tax cuts? What y'all think about the tax cuts? Overcoming opposition from Republican hardliners who worried that it does not cut spending significantly. I would like to say I would be happy to see that the Republican parties again are concerned with the deficit and spending. The 216 to 214 House vote is a preliminary step that will enable Republicans to bypass Democratic opposition in the Senate and pass tax cut legislation along party lines later this year. The legislation is a broad budget blueprint, which also few details, and Republicans will fashion their tax cuts over the coming months. The bill will also approach other parts of the Trump agenda, including tightening border security and seeking to boost U.S. energy production. It will cut taxes by about $5 trillion and add approximately $5.7 trillion to the federal government's debt over the next decade, which a lot of people argue that's counterproductive. Guys, welcome to Legal Wars Live. You kicking it with your boy Ghostwriter. We are grading President Trump's economy this morning. Well, you guys, if you have not already, make sure you guys double tap the screen for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell, guys. So House Speaker Mike Johnson had to pass it on Wednesday, but postponed action when some of his Republicans objected that it does not cut spending enough. 2 House Republicans voted against it on Thursday. Just hearing that information, I think that that would bode well for what the Democrats would like to hear. You know what I'm saying? Just hearing that ruckus, it's like, to me, President Trump don't really need any kind of ruckus anywhere. So hearing that, I mean, there's enough out there. We're going to get into it in just a second. So hearing that little ruckus that he got going on over there with his big, beautiful bill, I don't think that bodes well for him, okay? So, guys, let's keep going. House Speaker Mike Johnson had hoped to pass it on Wednesday, but postponed action with some of his Republicans objected that it doesn't cut spending enough. Now, if you follow Legal Wars Live, you will know that I do not believe in trickle-down economics. That's why I supported VP Harris for president. However, as I said before, after the Trump tax cuts during President Trump's first 3 years of his first term, America saw record-breaking economic growth. Furthermore, Elon and them been trying to cut fat off the deficit, so I'm not too scared of those tax cuts with President Trump doing them, even though I don't agree with them, okay? They've been in place since President Trump's first term, so I'm not too sure why I think they wouldn't work this time. Guys, if y'all have not liked the video, I ask that y'all double tap that screen for your boy. Like the video, guys. Definitely vote in the poll. Jump down in the comments. Say hello. Say good morning, man. Tell me what you guys think, guys. So let's keep going. National Economic Council Director Kevin Haslett said Monday that more than 10 countries have made very good, amazing trade deal offers to the United States after President Donald Trump imposed steep tariffs on imports from many nations. That's good news. And I think that's what Main Street, stock market, investors, Wall Street, they want to hear good news, man. So that's good news if we could get those deals done. National Economic Council Director Kevin Haslett also said in a Fox Business interview that there is no chance at all, 100% not, that the U.S. will experience a recession in 2025. That is real good news, man. You see what I'm saying? And so if President Trump's Economic Council director is telling Fox News that, saying, hey, man, like, we're not getting no recession this year. So I'm saying as long as a recession don't happen, then, you know what I'm saying, that's good news. But I'm saying whether or not he's projecting that confidence or not, if the recession happened, that won't be too good news, okay? So let's keep going with the content. He denied there was any insider trading by Trump or White House officials ahead of the president's Muslow's pause and so-called reciprocal tariffs on Wednesday. Guys, welcome to the Legal Wars podcast. Y'all kicking it with your boy Ghostwriter. You guys, if y'all have not liked the video, go ahead, double tap the screen for me, like the video. If you enjoy the content, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Man, guys, y'all so quiet down there this morning in the comments. I appreciate y'all participating in the poll, man, but we quiet. I see Simpath says, how I'm doing. How are you doing, guys? What Simpath, who you voted for, man? What you think about President Trump, what he's doing on the economy? What you think about tariffs, man? This is a hot conversation, political conversation. I'm trying to get it going this morning. Trump U.S. Trade Representative Jasmine Greer and Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick are mulling whether offers of trade pacts from other countries are good enough. I don't understand that. The one question that I have my mind open, should we go at one time or should we announce a bundle at once? Well, Mr. Haslett, he said Trump is great. Simpath, tell me why you think Trump is great. You see what I'm saying? He said, can I pray for Donald Trump? Most definitely. But I'm saying, why do you guys think President Trump is great, y'all? Let's get the conversation going this morning. So, guys, if you guys been following me, so the National Economic Council Director, Kevin Haslett, so he's saying that he don't know if the deals are good enough to offer President Trump. I don't understand that. He's saying, should we go one at a time or should we announce a bundle at once? My brother, look. What's up, Samuel? Good morning. Good morning. I got one of my moderators in the stream. Samuel, make sure you double tap that video for me if you have not already. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all take part of that poll too, man. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking about President Trump and them grades. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and jump down there and get in that poll. You know what I'm saying? But Haslett, man, I think he need to, like, you don't think about stuff like this, man. You need deals ASAP. You need deals quick. You need deals yesterday. So if a country offer a deal, you sling it at President Trump. Let him know the guidelines of it or the gist of it, and then President Trump look at it and tell you thumbs up or thumbs down. He also said business executives have been telling him that companies are pushing to move their overseas operations back to the United States. That's great news. While consumers are buying up foreign goods because they are worried about future tariffs. So everything through the roof. Anecdotally, he said, adding the U.S. recent jobs report data is really, really good. And that is so. So, guys, welcome to the Legal Wars podcast, man. Y'all kicking it with y'all boy Ghostwriter. This Tuesday, as you guys come in, I ask that y'all double tap the screen, like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content, and hit that notification bell so you could come back and join the conversation every time we go live. But more importantly, guys, Republicans, independents, Democrats alike, man, y'all jump down in the comments, man. Y'all jump on the poll. Y'all let me know what y'all think about President Trump, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get some, look, Samuel, I'm saying, tell me what you think about the tariffs, man. I want to get the chat jumping a little bit, the conversation. I'm going to pick up on the content, but I see Samuel and Sampath down there, y'all being active, man. I want that chat jumping. Like, what you think about the tariffs? You see what I'm saying, Samuel? Do you think they're a good idea? I know you and Sampath, y'all support President Trump, but if they're good, tell me why they're good. And if they're not good, tell me why they're not good. So Sampath, I appreciate it. He said, while Trump's 100 days look strong, 2025, he signed record-breaking executive orders. That is true. But Sampath, I would say we will have to judge how many of those executive orders are actually successful and how many wasn't. He took aggressive steps on immigration. I agree with that. That's a good job. And the tariffs. Tell me why the tariffs was good. He created a department to cut government waste. He took bold stance on foreign policy. That's all good stuff, man. And Sampath, I agree with that. Great comment. We got it started. But I'm saying, like, well, so he's saying that's why he believes that President Trump has done a great job overall to this point. But we're speaking about the economy today. You see what I'm saying? So tell me why the tariffs are good. Tell me why his use of the tariffs is good. His approach and his strategy. That's what I graded on him. You see, that's what I graded upon. I graded him on his use of the tariffs. Okay. So I understand that President Trump is trying to fix a problem, and he's bringing in billions of dollars daily from the tariffs, okay, and revenue. Let me stop right here. Samuel says, I ain't been too informed on what's been going on lately, to be honest. That's okay, Samuel. You just hang out with us, kick it with us, man, and when you get informed, you know what I'm saying? President Trump has been announcing tariffs, man, on the whole world. You see what I'm saying? Stock market, man, it's been crashing, man, but it rebound. And right now, it's still down 4,000 points from when he first took office. So right now, we grading his economy, you know what I'm saying, talking about the use of tariffs. You know, all the goods are going higher, Samuel. You know what I'm saying? Before the election, VP Harris said that this was going to happen, and it's looking like it's happening. You see what I'm saying? Samuel, you go into the grocery store, how much is a carton of eggs? That's the question. I'm going to ask the whole stream. I'm going to get right back into the content in just a second, guys, but I just want to ask y'all, that's how I'm thinking when I'm grading common sense analysis. If you guys go inside of a grocery store, how much is a carton of eggs? Because I remember how much a carton of eggs was in in Houston, Texas, excuse me, less than a year ago. How much a carton of eggs? All you got to do is go back, watch this content, okay? Right before the election, we talked about eggs all the time. How much are they in Houston? Oh, they're $4. How much are they in Cali? Oh, they such and such. Bro, in Mississippi, I went in the grocery store and them eggs was $6. And you think about all the tariffs that have been announced and they hadn't even all the way taken effect yet. So people are scared, bro. They're uncertain. You see what I'm saying? So let me keep going with the content, Samuel, just to catch you up a little bit, man. It's way too early for you guys to be jumping off the window over the tariffs yet, though. Hold on a second. Let me see. Sampath says Trump is helping advance YouTube. Jumping out the window over the tariffs, sure, the rollout was wrong and he made some mistakes, but he doing what needs to be done, and he will if he makes new trade deals, okay? He needs to fix the deficit and make new trade deals. That's how he wins, okay? Now, I said he made mistakes to start. That rollout, in my opinion, the way he did it, I wouldn't have did it like that. In my opinion, I wouldn't have tried to fix the whole world, the whole system at the same time. If I was going to fix, so he started off with the firings, like Sampath said earlier, the Doge cuts. Okay, I would have did just Doge cuts. Okay, Ghost, we through with the Doge cuts. Now we need to do tariffs, but I'm saying I would have did targeted tariffs. I wouldn't have just declared tariffs on the whole world at the same time. So over the process of his first 100 days, even though he's doing what's necessary, that's not helping the investor's stomach feel good about what they're saying. It looks chaotic. And that's what we said, like the people, some of us, we were saying that back then, that's the reason we didn't vote for him. Go back and watch the content, because it was going to look chaotic, and it does right now. That's not good for the stock market. But guys, let's keep going, okay? That being said, guys, over all the content that I just gave you, I'm about to give a grade on President Trump on just, and I say on just taxes and trade. I give him a 90%, 90 out of 100%, which I think is pretty good. And the reason why I give him that high of a grade on taxes and trade is like when I first started the stream, I was telling you the necessity of getting at China, man. Because China is building up their military and their fleet, man. They're ready to go to war, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important that President Trump focuses on China and dealing with China. You know what I'm saying? Because he's seeing what's coming. Samuel says he's trying to rack up money for those Doge cuts payments to Americans. Guys, we need to go ahead and post that comment right now. How many of you guys in this stream believe in we should get stimuluses? If you guys believe it's time to get stimuluses, please let your voices be known, be heard. Because I am a firm believer that President Trump, it's time for stimuluses. And I don't think it's just Doge cut payments. What about tariff payments? That's what I'm saying. We're going to get to that in just a second. But I'll touch on it, though, because, Samuel, that's real good. Because I feel like if the American people are not feeling what's going on, you see what I'm saying? Like, so you could keep on, like, getting these making billions of dollars a day off of tariffs and doing A and doing B and doing C. But, like I'm saying, if we got $6 eggs, I'm saying we got $6 eggs. It's like America's making all this money, the government, President Trump, that's good, but at the meantime, it's at our expense. I'm saying the eggs are getting, the groceries higher, gas dropped for a little bit for a second, but it's summertime, so you know it's going to be through the roof. And then when them tariffs hit, man, everything's high. So it's like the reason why President Trump, Samuel, got elected was, he said, it's not stimmy, it's called something else, so it don't affect our market. I know that does with the Doge cuts. I understand that. But Samuel, what I want to say that with our market, let me tell you something. If President Trump did give that stimulus right now, I'm telling you, the stock market, will go through the roof. It will stimulate the economy. It will help with economic growth. And on top of that, in my opinion, he could give himself cover to go at the tariffs how he want to go at them. You see what I'm saying, bro? We still down 4,000 points since he got elected on that stock market. Guys, welcome to the Legal Wars podcast, man. Y'all chilling with Ghostwriter today. We are grading President Trump's economy. As you guys come in, I ask that y'all double tap that screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell, guys. Listen, taxes and trade, that's what we started with, our first metric. On my first metric, I gave President Trump a 90 out of 100% on taxes and trade. Guys, I got Simpath, I got Samuel in the comments. Y'all jump in the comments. I need some Democrats in here, some independents. If y'all don't agree, y'all let me know. Y'all please double tap that screen for me. Let's get them lights up, guys. Up next, what's President Jobs report looking like? Samuel, you see what I'm saying? What's his jobs report looking like for March? Because we know all the firings. So everybody, when they going to check the jobs report because of all those firings, oh man, we know his jobs report going to be wrong, right? This according to the White House website. I had to get it from the horse's mouth. In March, the United States added 228,000 jobs. Nearly 100,000 more jobs than economists predicted, and the fourth highest month for private payroll growth in the past 2 years. See, when you see that right there, that just lets you know the potential President Trump has with the plan that he has. It just needs a little tweaking. In fact, last month's jobs report increase is what roughly twice the pace of the previous 2 months. See that what? But that jobs report in March, man, that makes us think. That makes me think. That makes me stop and say, hey, President Trump's policies. Because you see all them firings and all that's, and look at the jobs report, bro. The report highlights a resilient labor market as companies aggressively onshore jobs amid President Trump's bold trade and economic agenda. Let me see what we got here. Samuel's talking about the Doge dividend cut. So Samuel, listen, Samuel, here's a question for you, my boy. So do you believe that we shouldn't have no other stimulus besides the Doge dividend cut? And my question, Samuel, I thought about that too. I know the plan, the initial plan was to get it from $1 trillion in cuts. Samuel, like, can you show me or provide me any information that will show how they will reach $1 trillion in cuts? They won't get nowhere close. You see what I'm saying, Samuel? So that Doge stimulus, that was just a good idea. They're not going to get that close in cuts. I think they only cut like $10 to $100 billion. And Elon is like really not up there as much no more. He back in Texas for the most part. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they still working on to do some of the cuts, but I'm saying that stimmy right there, I don't think that stimmy is going to be effective. So the stimmy that we need is what I'm saying, the same stimulus. Listen, I don't care, Samuel, we bringing up a good point, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Guys, the same stimulus that we talking about, okay? The last time President Trump, I understand this because I remember this, and I said this on Legal Wars Live plenty of times before, Samuel. The last time President Trump had tariffs in place, remember the trade war in between 2018 or 2020 or whatever. The last time President Trump had tariffs in place against China, the same thing happened. The United States made billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, but the Chinese did what they're about to do. They slash U.S. imports, which that alone is going to hurt the markets. It's going to, you see what I'm saying? With all that turmoil. So the Chinese are going to slash U.S. imports. And so the U.S. farmers were hurt by that. So President Trump took tariff money and he gave a stimulus to the farmers. So what I'm saying is, if President Trump feels the need to continue the tariffs, he just has, in some kind of way, welcome Main Street. That's what I'm saying, Samuel. Let's keep going. Private employment grew by 209,000 jobs. That is amazing. 209,000 jobs, okay? Well above the pre-election 12-month average of 124,000 jobs. All that's telling me is that President Trump's economy, okay, if worked right, will be successful. Avante says, Daddy Trumpo gonna make farming great again. We hope so. But what y'all think about the farmers? Avantu, will you please double tap the screen for me, like the video? If you guys are in here, please like that video for me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all jump down in that poll. Y'all let me know what y'all think, what his grade is on the economy. But we hope so that he does do that, make farming great again, okay? The number of full-time workers increased by a remarkable 459,000 over last month, while labor force participation grew by 232,000 as more Americans seek jobs. American wages are up, with nominal hourly wages rising by literally 4% over the last year. Dude, that is just so awesome if you break those numbers down. Full-time workers. So not only are people going back to work, according to the March job report, not only are they going back to work, it's full-time work. Get this economy jumping. Welcome to the Legal Wars podcast, guys. Y'all kicking it with your boy Ghostwriter. As you guys come in the stream, I ask that y'all double tap the screen. It's free to show your boy some love. Subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying the content, hit that notification bell, guys. Republicans, independents, Democrats alike trying to get the conversation jumping this morning. Y'all jump down in the comments, man. Y'all jump down in the poll. Tell me how y'all think President Trump is doing on the economy. So, guys, with over 100,000 more jobs than expected after all those firings, no one expected that. That's why I'm telling you guys, y'all, please calm down on President Trump's economy so far. He had one bad week. He was a little sloppy in the beginning, but if y'all look at that jobs report and you being honest, that job report looks really good. So President Trump's grade that I gave him on the jobs report, inside and out, I gave him 100%. It looks really good. So guys, we're gonna move to inflation next. So on inflation, according to CNN, the March inflation report shows that the consumer price index fell 0.1% in March. Guys, 0.1%. So you say, Ghost, you're not being honest. How in the world is inflation dropping with President Trump announcing all these tariffs? That's because of what with Joe Biden's economy. That's coming from Joe Biden's economy. You know what I'm saying? And look, I'm gonna say this: we can try to break down. I don't argue with numbers. If inflation was on a downward trend and President Trump has been in office for about 90 days and nothing crazy has happened yet, it's still trending downward, then I'm saying inflation is still trending down. But since he put these new tariffs in place, what I'm saying, if we look for April's report on the inflation report, if we look for April's CPI, let's see how April's CPI, let's see how May's CPI look. Because I'm saying on Main Street, if you're going in the grocery store and you buy eggs, they $6 a gallon. I mean, $6 a dozen. Not no 18 in Mississippi. Samuel, how much eggs cost where you from? St. Pat, how much eggs are from you from? Avatu, how much eggs are for where you from? You see what I'm saying? So, guys, I know that people will say that tariffs are not factored in and inflation was dropping under President Biden, but numbers are numbers. Monthly change, CPI fell. Year over year, 12-month inflation rate was 2.4 in March. It's down from 2.8 in February. Core inflation, food and energy increased by 0.1% in March and was 2.8 over the year. Energy prices decreased 2.4% in March, with gasoline dropping significantly. That's all facts. This CNN. Shelter costs increased 0.2%. I don't think President Trump is addressing the housing crisis as much. Food prices, including food at home and away from home, show mixed results, but they are slowly increasing. Guys, welcome to the Legal Wars podcast, guys. Y'all kicking it with your boy Ghostwriter. As you guys come in, I ask that y'all double tap that screen for me, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell if y'all enjoying the content, man. Republicans, independents, Democrats alike, y'all jump down in that chat for me, man. We trying to get the conversation started this morning. What do you guys give President Trump on his overall economic grade? And y'all tell me why. We got a poll down there too, guys, for you guys. So I gave y'all the whole inflation report. So after that report, I give him 92% on inflation. You like, Ghost, man, you cheating for President Trump. You know what I'm saying? Taxes and trade, even with the tariff, I gave him 90%. What? Yeah, I just went over the facts with you. Jobs report, ain't nobody gonna argue. He get 100 on that. Inflation, he get a 92%. Y'all see how I'm being fair and honest. He is in position to win. Now, the Democrats going to come in, Sympath, and say, hey, that was President Biden's economy that he's coming off of. And maybe it was President Biden's economy. We going to find out soon, though. You see what I'm saying? As these tariffs keep coming in, keep kicking in, we going to find... Samuel says Biden couldn't even talk, man. Guys, welcome to the Legal Wars podcast, guys. Y'all make sure y'all double tap that screen for me. I got Mike Size says added 200,000 jobs, but unemployment is up 4.2%. It's up 0.1%. And the reason why it is, listen, Mike, this is what I'm saying. If people are telling you that you are going to only add 100,000 jobs, okay, and you go fire all those people, how many people they fired? Somebody Google it for me and throw it in the chat. How many people he fired? Say you fired 80,000 people and somebody's saying that you was going to only add 100,000 jobs. Man, he added 225,000. He way past expectations. You got to give him a straight 100%. Break down the jobs report, y'all. I just broke it down for y'all. We got new people in the stream. Break it down. You see what I'm saying? You said inflation. Ghost, you crazy. Them eggs, you see the price of groceries, but if you break down the numbers, that I'm talking about off the last report from March, it's trending downward. So I gave him a 92. So guys, I just want y'all to understand this, man. And if I could talk to President Trump right now, this part of the stream is so important. 42 minutes, y'all. This is where it's going to start. Okay? I told y'all the importance of tariffs. I told y'all why President Trump is put tariffs on China, because China is being very aggressive militarily, okay? So I gave y'all the grades for President Trump on tariffs. I told you about the good jobs report, told you about inflation. On those three things, going off of March. Now, listen to me. The Democrats, y'all could say that was President Biden's economy. I'm not arguing politics, just numbers. Off those three things, if you go off of January, February, and March's report, President Trump will get straight A's. But here's the problem, guys. This is where it starts. The stock market. That's what we're talking about next. Let me see. Mike says, yeah, but he'll keep up with the tariffs. What you mean by that, Mike? You mean he'll keep adding tariffs, Mike? Because we can't keep them tariffs. We can't keep adding tariffs. And he's going to find that out the next time he do it, but it might be too late for him. Because, Mike, what I'm forecasting is that if he add tariffs again within the next 2 weeks, that next time that stock market bottom out, Mike, listen to me now. The people know. The people know. All you got to do is go back and watch the content. It's just that now, whenever I say I tag, it's a forecast. I'm forecasting. If he announced any kind of new tariffs within the next 14 days, you could look for that stock market to bottom. And it continue to bottom. You can't have that stock market continuing to bottom. He's still down 4,000 points for when he came into office, y'all. This is the president who boasted. Y'all didn't hear him boast and do this before. Hey, I come in the office and just before I come in the office, I have record stock market numbers. This is the stock market president. This is the business president. This is the president that all of America said we gonna gamble on him, 34 felonies and everything, because we know he gonna get them gas prices down. We know the grocery price is gonna get down. Common sense, this the businessman. But he come in here with that chaos, which Samuel, if you go back and check the content now, I told why I said bro, if y'all were here from day one, man, why I said that I supported VP Harris? Because of this reason, he coming with chaos. Everything he doing, he needs to do it. It needs to be done. It's just the approach. What Mike said. He says the pump and dump president. Mike, what you mean by that? Mike, look, let me ask you like this. Let me start off like this. Mike, are you saying that you support President Trump or no? Guys, as y'all come in, y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen for me, like the video. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Waffle Jackson says, roll the dice and bet on Trump. Uncle Donald don't lose, man. I'm not too sure about that, Waffle Jackson. Look, this is what I'm saying, Waffle Jackson. Yeah, that's cool. Roll the dice and bet on Trump. But Waffle Jackson, what if you got a 401k and your 401k took a hit? You know how many trillions was lost? And it's easy for us to just say, hey, the stock market gonna bounce back. Yeah, it's gonna bounce back, but it might not be your money that bounce back. You see what I'm saying? Some of them stocks ain't gonna bounce back. If you're talking about putting tariffs on semiconductors, what do we use semiconductors in? Them stocks, whatever the products are, them stocks ain't bouncing back. And it could be Apple, it could be Tesla, it could be a big blue chip stock. But I'm saying those tariffs will be in position to harm the U.S. economy if they're not done right. Where we at in this state of the economy, we are on the stock market, y'all. We grading President Trump's economy. I went over the first three metrics. Metric number 4 is the stock market. This is where we get started at. Because this is the problem we have. President Trump, we don't need no new tariffs announced. Zero in the next 14 days. Forecast, y'all, at 47 minutes on the live stream, guys. Forecast. If we have any new tariffs announced whatsoever in the next 14 days, I think that stock market is going to drop again. And this time it's going to be harder to get it up because the people are not sure about President Trump and what he's doing at all. It's about, listen, Samuel, Green, Mike, Waffle, like we all might know what he's doing is good. The people don't know. They go in the grocery store, they buying eggs, and them eggs are like 50% higher than they was when Joe Biden was in office, man. They 401ks getting hit, they getting fired. The majority of the poor voters in America voted for President Trump, the voters who make $50,000 or less a year. I'm saying that them policies, if it's not helping them, guys, let's talk about the stock market. This is by Reuters, okay? Okay, April the 7th, okay? A stock market rout, historic in scale, has swept across the globe, wiping more than 10 trillion off major markets. 10 trillion, Mike. Green said, I can't stand this spamming by Sampath. Oh, man, look, Samuel, go ahead and take care of Sampath for Green, man. We need to go ahead, or let me do this. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Green, if you still in here, man, you know what I'm saying, you could go ahead and take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Just put him in timeout, though. Don't try not to, you know what I'm saying, kick him out if you can. Mike says, meanwhile, BlackRock and Vanguard invest and donate to Trump and his media. What you mean by that, Mike? Let me see. He says 7 bankruptcies. The U.S. would be the 8th. That's horrible. Samuel says stock market is manipulated, but yeah, that's crazy. 401ks getting hit. This is what I'm saying, Samuel. This is what I'm saying. You can't come, listen. Samuel, if I voted for you to lower the prices of goods, that's why I voted for you. The main reason. If you're a rich person or a wealthy person, I'm not talking to you. If you're a Christian and you voted for him, I'm talking about the plurality of the voters. The man got less than a 30% approval rate amongst independents, people like me. You know what that means? What you seen happen in Wisconsin, if we had a midterm right now, bro, that whole map red, that whole map would be blue. Pennsylvania, every seat you might lose in them swing states, he might lose every seat. So I know if the election was held today, a second forecast, I'll tell you, Samuel, 10,000% the Democrats will win the House. First order of business, hearing on the impeachment of President Trump. The same thing happened last time. What I'm saying is, if he don't get a hold of this, bro, this is like a fire. Y'all can't see it. That's what we was trying to tell you, bro. Y'all ain't seeing that this world was, we was on the brink of world war. You got that thing going on in Russia. You got that thing going on in the Middle East. That's both corners of Asia. And then, like I said, if y'all go back and watch when we first started, bro, China out there flexing military muscle out there, bro. They get busy with it. They letting the world know they ready for war. You heard the Chinese premier. He said that he ready for any kind of conflict with America. Y'all don't understand what President Trump is. I'm trying to tell y'all. It could get ugly, real ugly. But look, that's why I look. Okay, so what he did so far, the way he did it, the way he started, I'm not with that. But it's done. And if you really look at it, okay, 4,000 points lost off the stock market, trillions of dollars have not came back. So don't say the stock market will come back, because some people, thousands of people, millions of people, they lost money they're not getting it back. You say, Ghost, that's a risk and a gamble. Yeah, you're right about that. But I'm saying you're going to try to protect the people's money, right? Ain't that what you're trying to do? 10 trillion off major markets as concerns about economic damage unleashed by President Donald Trump's tariff spiral. No corner of the world has been left unscathed by selling with moves of a magnitude last seen during the 2020 COVID-19 crisis. Wow. Talking about a recession. Who gonna argue? Who in here arguing with me about stimuluses? I'm saying when you look at that stock market, what's going on in that stock market is probably going on in your neighborhood. I'm trying to tell you, boy. When you think of a forecast of the weather, that's all the stock market is a forecast of business in America. It's a money forecast. So if you look at the stock market and you see red, don't be surprised when you go in Walmart and you buy 12 carton of eggs, $9. 12 eggs is $9 in New York City, bro. What's a poor person? Are we being serious? How can a poor person live, first of all, in an environment like New York with eggs that, forecasting now, I'm trying to give it to y'all. The S&P 500 stock index opened. New tab fell under 10% in the last two trading sessions of last week. Its worst performance since the end of the Second World War. Mike, I'm finna fall out. Reuters, man. Reuters. The S&P, that was since the end of the Second World War. President Trump, you the business economic president. You can't be setting records like that, talking about some temporary economic pain. You go tell this to one of your voters who lost $100,000 in the stock market. All he had was $250,000. He's worked his whole life for that $250,000. and he lost 100,000. And you might say, hey, the stock market came back, but his money didn't come back. Some of it did, not all of it. That's real people's money, real people's lives. Yeah, they taking a real gamble. And yes, President Trump got real problems in America to really fix, but hey, you see what I'm saying? Guys, I know the stock market rebounded and President Trump knew it would, but the sloppiness, including talking about feeling pain when people were losing their life savings, furthermore, all that negative language from President Trump prior to the tariff rollout helped cause the market to decline as well. Although President Trump helped with the tariffs on China, I salute you for that, President T. Your rollout was kind of sloppy and people lost money. So for that, I'm going to have to give President Trump a 64 on the stock market. What y'all say? I give him a 64 on the stock market. You see what I'm saying? A 64. That stock market could rebound all they want to, but what I'm saying is, though, President Trump, the sloppiness was causing people to lose money, and it's still down 4,000 points. You know what I'm saying, guys? Legal Wars podcast, man, we've been cooking for about 55 minutes. If y'all in here, y'all have not double tapped that screen, y'all go ahead, like that video for me, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, guys. I just want to let y'all know, guys, too, super chat, super stickers, super thanks if y'all want to donate to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit that button at the bottom with the $ in it. Your donations are much appreciated. Guys, I got new videos up. Colin, have you checked out the new videos? I got new videos up on the Trump tariffs, guys. Colin's a channel member, my brother, day one. You know what I'm saying? Channel memberships start at $2.99. So, guys, y'all go ahead and get those channel memberships. Once again, that button with the $ at the bottom, guys. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers. Your love is appreciated. Colin says he wants it to crash because it will lower federal interest rates and therefore be a booming economy within the year. Buy your stocks now. I understand that, Colin, but this is what I'm saying. Even though you might say, hey, he has a game plan, you got to think out that strategy because the people are getting restless. And that's what we go to next, Colin, is the consumer sentiment in the United States, okay? This is according to CNN. Americans are rarely pessimistic about our economy. Consumer sentiment plunged 11% this month to a preliminary reading of 50.8, the University of Michigan said in its latest survey released Friday, the second lowest reading on records going back to 1952. Colin, when you go in the store and buy eggs, are they cheaper? Colin, when you go buy gas, are they cheaper? Big Shit said eggs are $9 in Virginia, man. Listen to that, man. You heard what my boy said? In VA, $9. Bro, if you got eggs, $9, I'm saying, listen, this is what I'm saying, Colin. The majority of voters, when you look at them, that made under $50,000 a year, they voted for President Trump. That's why they voted for him. Look at Big Shit. Come and tell me where I'm wrong at. Come on, y'all. Let's get cooking. Let's get the debate going. I'm trying to help President Trump, man. He got yes men around him. Colin, yeah, it need to be fixed. You don't fix all of it at once. Yeah, you need tariffs, but don't declare tariffs on the whole world at the same time. That's all I'm saying, man. It's just the way that it was done. That's the only thing I'm saying. And I'm saying, Colin, while you trying to crash it, how much time the patience do the American people have? That's the question. How much patience does the American people have? Because I'm telling you, come summertime, if them eggs are $10, $11, bro, I'm telling you, they going to rise up. You ain't got to listen to me if you don't want to. But I'm telling you what's going to happen, man. Legal Wars Podcast, man. Y'all chilling with your boy Ghostwriter in here, man. We grading President Trump's economy. We on the fourth and last metric, that's consumer sentiment. As you guys come in, make sure you guys double tap the screen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Somebody said Trump 2028. Hey, sign up. They said if Trump gonna run in 2028, they gonna run Obama against him. You want to run President Obama against Donald Trump? Who you think gonna win between President Trump and President Obama? Colin said, I raise my own chickens and provide my own eggs. I also sell to the community. Wow, Colin. We need more people like you. He says, so no comment on eggs, but as far as gas goes, it's been cheaper than Biden's average here. Slightly, Colin. Slightly. But that's what I'm saying, Colin. If the economy isn't doing good, that's gonna raise. Look, so Colin, you said gas. What about groceries in general? What about housing? Anybody try to go get some rent or go? I'm saying, like, what? Tell me the improvements y'all have seen in President Trump's economy. How have y'all made money in President Trump's economy? I could tell y'all how I've seen the government work multiple times. I know people were thinking because he had those firings, what Elon was doing didn't hurt as like people thought it did. It hurt the people, of course, who got fired. I'm saying, how many people in here filed taxes? You see what I'm saying? I know I did. But how many people didn't get their tax? I didn't have no problem getting my tax return. You see what I'm saying? I filed for Social Security and they got it approved. So I'm saying his government is working. You know what I'm saying? It's just about the people, him just with the people, man. Let me say, I'm trying to get y'all in here. Okay, so Colin, I would like to hear you respond to that. Let's see. A11 says, I just went to Whole Foods yesterday and got a 2 weeks worth of food. Then look at the pricing. Colin, look are these people's comments, Colin. Colin, you might not be going out there shopping, but these people who voted for President Trump. There go my boy Patrick, y'all got it started. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, everyone, please stop right now. Go ahead and double tap Patrick's comment. If you guys like to donate to the channel, have a super chat just like he did. Go ahead below, man. Go ahead, hit that $ for me. Patrick, I appreciate the donation, my brother. He says the answer is for states to opt to subsidize co-op program where land is allocated to farmers that will. But see, Patrick, listen, hold on a second. I got to stand up for my boy. Patrick, you are thinking of this on a problem-solving, strategic, like we're going to get this problem solved, okay? What I'm saying is I don't know if it's starting with President Trump's direct advisors, but it's starting somewhere in there to where it's like those people are politically minded. That's what the problem is. It's like it's no way in the world, Patrick, what you just said, a common sense solution to a problem. But it's like if you're thinking politically, it's like all the good stuff or the good ideas that will come in, it's like you're going to kick them out or you're going to block them out because you're thinking politically. But what I'm saying, Patrick, like I've been preaching the whole time, he need to get his boots on the ground. He got to get out here with the people, man, so he can see this consumer sentiment, man. Because they don't know how many people President Trump's advisors are going to a grocery store. How many of them are buying gas? Or they doing like my boy said, they're not even paying attention to the bill. That's what I'm saying. They said pork is going up. All kind of parts are going up. I'm not knocking President Trump for what he's doing with China. And I gave him an alley of how to get out of it, bro. Them stimulus. Listen, I don't care if you want to get them stimulus or not. I'm telling you, July, the deadline, you're going to have to get them stimuluses. President Trump ain't going to have no choice. It ain't going to be no DOGE stimulus. It's going to be an American rescue package. That's what's finna come. and they want to change the markets and they want to do all that, that's fine. Get billions of dollars for America, that's fine. But if the people don't feel it, I promise in 2026, man, they first order of business, they already planning on impeaching you, President Trump. And President Trump, the people around you ain't going to tell you that. But I will, though. I see them Democrats. What y'all think happened? How it happened the first time? His first time he served, President Trump had the House and the Senate. Am I right or wrong, Pat? Colin, am I right or wrong? First time President Trump served, big shit, did he not have the House and the Senate? He did. As soon as the Democrats took over the House, what happened? Impeachment? Indictment? Indictment? And I'm trying to tell you, history repeating itself. And bro, listen, I want to say one thing before I jump down in these comments. Patrick, I see you, my brother. I'm finna get you, Patrick. Patrick, listen, I'm finna say one thing. These people losing this money and stuff, and it's a bunch of people who are seriously upset with President Trump. He went at the whole world at the same time. That was a bad strategy. Pat said it's going to happen on the state level. The alternate is ceding that land to corporations and trusting they won't monopolize it at all. But what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, Pat. When they do monopolize it, what do we do? That's my question, Pat. When they do monopolize it, what do we do? Do we got a backup plan? Do we have some sort of regulations or what? You know what I'm saying? Guys, Legal Wars Podcast, guys, we kicking it today. I ask that everyone please double tap the screen if you have not already. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, guys. Super chat, super stickers, super thanks. They start at 99 cents, like my boy Pat. Y'all just hit that button below with the $sign in it. Your donations are much appreciated. Big Sheen said, I think all of this is strategy. Folks all struggle before the midterms. He'll act and people will vote GOP. Oh, but this the thing, Big Shit. This is what I'm saying. By the end, though, it might be too late. How much patience do the American people have? That's the question. How much patience? I'm saying the firings was good for America, but they weren't good for President Trump politically. We see that. Who gonna argue with me about that? The firings was good for America, but they weren't good for President Trump politically. The tariffs are good for America, but they're not good for President Trump politically. Going at Canada is good for America, maybe, in certain situations. I know Democrats might argue with me about that, but it's not good for President Trump politically. So that's what I'm saying. He got all this bad, political. It's not good, bro. I'm trying to tell you. They trying to drop the bottom. They trying to manipulate the market. They trying to drop the bottom out on you, President Trump. And you have to understand that with your strategy. So you got to step and tread. You got to know. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. Sora, what's up? What's up? Wifey Apollo says, want to hear a joke. Action says, whole globe is falling down to appease Trump. Action, you think so? You think so? Because I heard they were looking for different markets. And I know for a fact the Chinese ready to go to war, bro. We on the brink of World War III, literally. I promise you. Y'all don't know about it, but just go research it. Didi, what's up, man? He says action that is pure nonsense. What action, Didi? You talking about he talking about, to the guy action. So, guys, consumer sentiment about the economy, guys, okay? Consumer sentiment, that's what we're talking about right now. That is most important for President Trump moving forward into 2026, all right? President Trump's volatile trade war, but necessary, but volatile, which threatens higher inflation. Think about summer, guys. Higher inflation, meaning that those $9 eggs are higher after the tariffs. significantly. Listen, I'm gonna stop right there. Who ask my? You think you're gonna pay? Who gonna pay? Who ready to pay higher than $9 for a dozen of eggs? Who ready to pay higher for them? Who ready to pay higher than $9 for a dozen of eggs? That's the question. Who ready for that? I'm saying, how much patience? Look, my boy's saying that it's just a plan for the midterms. How much patience you think the people got? So since it's a plan, we paying $9 for eggs, so we gonna pay what tomorrow? Or while we waiting, they gonna get up to $15. By the time them eggs get up to $11, I'm telling you, in July, the bottom gonna fall out. He ain't gonna have no time to circle back. He think he could do this for a year and he gonna be able to circle back. It ain't gonna be no circling back. The people gonna be and wrote him off. The people gonna want them gone and impeached too, man. Look at the polls. I'm trying to tell y'all. But if you ain't got nobody with their boots on the ground, you ain't got nobody who in your cabinet who actually going in the grocery store, they don't know what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? So, and then you got people around you who trying to appease you. They're not telling you the truth. That's how you get impeached and indicted and almost go to jail. Because you got yes men around you. You need to get people who gonna tell you, hey, President Trump, them people over there, and they could do it because they indicted you before. And you picking fights with the Supreme Court like you ain't gonna have no help. When they come for you and they get out, you ain't gonna have no help. They not gonna stand with you. You turning them against you. He turning the people. You see what I'm saying? Even if you right, President Trump, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about how you moving, man. Let me see. Diddy says MAGA is delusional cult. Trump is defying the Constitution, ignoring the balance of power, and gas and groceries are up. How's this Biden? Man, I don't know. I'm saying I'm looking for Colin. I'm looking for somebody, a Republican in this stream, to go against what Diddy is saying. Because I'm just saying, man, if you look, I graded President Trump. I'm finna give y'all all the grades so far. We're right now, we're still doing consumer sentiment. But what I'm saying, bro, like, the grades I gave him at first on the job market, he get A+. That job market, when you break that jobs report down in March, that shows a very strong economy. That's what that looks like. If you break that jobs report down from March, what's up, Malu, baby? If you break that jobs report down from March, that looks like a very strong economy. And Malu, as y'all guys come in, y'all make sure y'all double tap that screen for me, okay? Y'all like the video for me, okay? And I appreciate it. Thank y'all. It looks like a strong economy, but you can't have thank you, baby. You can't have a strong economy with that stock market looking like that. You see what I'm saying? You cannot have a strong economy with that stock market looking like that, though. So that has to be fixed. This decline was like that last month's persuasive and unanimous across Americans' moves. Age, income, education, geographic region, and political affiliation. Sentiment has now lost more than 30% since December 2024. I'm going to stop right there. There go my boy Diddy. That $20. I want to see everybody in this stream. Y'all go ahead and like Diddy's $20 super chat. Thank you, Diddy. Them channel memberships start at $2.99. Diddy, you always in here. I would love for you to become a channel member when you get a chance, though. He said Trump has a strong cult. They found their God. What you mean, lowercase g? What God have they found, Diddy? You saying Trump, their God? Because Diddy, I'm saying I don't understand this, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on, y'all. 30%. I'm saying so in December, people were hyped up about President Trump, President T, Fox News. Where Fox News at, man? Where they at? Samuel says W. Malu said they're doing it on purpose to keep people small. Oh, they did the same here to kill new small business owners. Y'all see what the people saying, man. That's a plurality of the voters that we're going to have a problem with y'all. A plurality of the voters, man. Strong economic growth. President Trump coming in. Brian C., what's up, my brother? Y'all say what's up to Brian C. President Trump coming in showing strong economic growth on the job market. Inflation numbers still trending down before the tariffs. And then he needs the tariffs on China. And it's the same tax code. He just trying to extend the same tax code. All good. Get to the stock market. That's where we got a problem at, man. That's where it start looking bad. Because I'm telling you, if you announce new tariffs, Brian C., that bottom going to fall out. And it forecasts. What Ghostwriter do, y'all? But I'm calling it right now. Forecast. If you announce any new tariffs, Brian C., y'all can't see this, but I could see it clear as day, bro. That world economy is on something like this. This is what I'm talking about. What is teetering on is something that y'all have never seen before ever. I'm trying to tell you. I'm looking at it. The words jumping off the page at me. It's jumping off the page. It's like God trying to tell me something. The second lowest records consumer sentiment since 1952. 1952 set records. We talking about the stock market, 10 trillion off major markets. 10 trillion. It's still 4,000 points, President T. You got to come back 4,000 points. I'm talking about magnitudes of loss since 19. Stimmy time. S&P 500 fell over 10% in those two trading sessions. The worst since the Second World War. Bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all better listen to Ghost President Trump. This is not the time for no new tariffs. You cannot fix the whole world or the entire American government at the same time. The American people are going in the store that voted for you, and they're still waiting, and they're going to lose patience. President Trump, by July, their patience gone. They shot with you. Look at the numbers. You want to keep listening to them yes men? I'm telling you, it's going. I have a feeling, President Trump, that they're going to remove you for real this time. And I feel like it's going to be utter chaos. I think that's what's going to happen, man. Or it might not be. It might not be if we can change directions. We got to change directions. Malu says, y'all remember to give me a like, a comment, and a share. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Legal Wars Podcast, y'all. We in here cooking. It's Ghostwriter here, man. Y'all make sure y'all double tap that screen if y'all have, like that video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for me, guys. Y'all jump down in the chat, man. Let's keep going. The majority of the people who make less than $50K a year, Brian C., no hate, all love, voted for President Trump. These voters used to go in majority for the Democrats. Y'all tell me where I'm wrong. But not no more, at least for right now. President Trump and Elon and them built a new coalition. So President Trump is getting the American government rich. Congratulations. I'm a patriot. I love my country, okay? And we need that. We are for that. Thank you, President Trump. But if the people don't feel it on Main Street, then President Trump, you're going to hear their voices in 2026. Starting to hear them already. See, guys, everyone want to talk about all these political things. But people going to the store and paying all that money for eggs. Yeah, it's that serious. Y'all put it in the stream, put it in the chat. Where is that? Where y'all from? You know what I'm saying? Malu says they're controlling the narrative because no one will go to the war if they're not hungry. That is true. But Malu, what I'm saying is it ain't got nothing to do. See, what I'm thinking is in America, I don't think we're going to really have no problems with, like, we got problems with hunger, but I'm saying widespread. America is a rich nation. So I'm saying the problem is those Chinese. Because, I mean, listen, y'all, we are this close from a world war. Look at it. We might get World War III. It's very possible. Y'all, who told you this? Who told you this first, Brian C? The forecaster. We this close. China out there, like, acting a nut. They moving their military around. They doing drills. They acting like they invading Taiwan. You know when you finna get in a fight with your friend, and when you finna get in a fight, they start getting aggressive, bro. You start seeing them move the same way Putin did before he went into Ukraine. But the thing is, though, is you dealing with the United States that promised to protect the Philippines, and so dealing with. And then now you got to get straight up. The Marines finna go head up with the Chinese Empire. So who ready for a major conflict? And it's the same people. We going to need NATO, but President Trump, he done got the Europeans. They might try to get in the Chinese market. You said, Ghost, we going to go to war? Nah, we ain't going to no war, but it's close. It's a lot of stuff going on out there, guys, that we don't know about. Brian, where them eggs $2 at? My boy Brian C. My boy Brian C. Brian, y'all tell me where them eggs at? What's the cost of eggs where y'all from? Brian, I know no eggs ain't no $2 in Missouri. $2 an egg, man. Hey, Darnell said my grocery bill went up about $70, $80 a trip, and my 401k has lost $7,000. That what Darnell said is all I'm saying right there. Darnell, who you voted for? Darnell, who you voted for? That's all I want to know. Who you voted for? Who is this? Is this Mage? She says before lockdown there was a lot of growth, but the world leaders can't control society if people's be free financially. So you think that's what it is? You think President Trump in that? I thought President Trump was different. Isn't that what we thought, y'all? Isn't that what we said? We said President Trump wasn't like that. Y'all, let me give him his final grades, what I gave him on everything. So, guys, I have 5 metrics that I graded President Trump on, okay? If you guys are just joining, I'm giving President Trump a grade, a progress report, first 100 days. You know what I'm saying? So, I have 5 metrics I graded here. This is an overall grade, okay? Drum roll, 1 hour and 20 minutes, okay? President Trump, this is Legal Wars Live, Ghostwriter. This is grade on you. For taxes and trade, I gave you 90% out of 100, President Trump, okay? On the jobs report, you get 100 out of 100. Great job, Mr. President. Great job, okay? Let's see. On inflation, President Trump, it's kind of tricky right now because we going off the March report on inflation. President Trump, I gave you a 92, but because of those tariffs, we're going to have to see what it look like in April or May. But for right now, you made it. You got a 92. On the stock market, President Trump, horrible job. Stock market still hadn't. President Trump, I remember, and I said this on here. Brian C. might remember me saying this on here. I remember, guys, when President Trump, okay, in 2016, before he took office, y'all remember what happened to the stock market? Y'all drop a comment down below in the chat if y'all remember what happened to the stock market in 2016 before President Trump took office. So you got to think about that. Everybody, Brian C., who vote for President Trump, that's what we expected. That's what we thought he was going to come doing. The Democrats talking about, they smart though. They out there rallying the people. The Democrats are building the army, President Trump, right before your eyes. You don't see it. All you guys got to do, because we the smart ones on the Legal Wars podcast, okay? On the Legal Wars Live, we the smart ones, okay? And I'm going to educate you. So all you guys got to do is go to Google right now or YouTube right now, if you got a second device, and put Bernie Sanders LA rally. We talking about what just happened. This man pulling 86,000 people in rallies. 86,000 people, bruh. 86,000 at a campaign rally, bruh. They building an army on you, President Trump. Let me keep going, though. Consumer sentiment. On consumer sentiment, President Trump, I had to give you a 57%. So I got 5 grades that I added them up. I had a 90, a 92, a 100, a 67, and a 57, and a 64. If you add those 5 grades up, you divide them by 5, President Trump's overall grade on the economy is 80.6%. That's what I gave. President Trump's overall grade, first 100 days progress report on the economy is 80.6%. That is not a bad grade. That is not a bad job, President Trump. You are in position to win, and I could tell you how to do it in just a second. Didi said he gave President Trump a 90, so that's slightly higher than what I gave him, 90%. Didi's a Republican, though. I'm an independent. That's a little different. If you had a Democrat grade him, he gonna get a 60, but I don't think that's fair. Just looking at that jobs report, looking at how inflation was trending, he came out with the tariffs. You know what I'm saying? So Malu says our leadership is just repeating history, and we should be able to see through the illusion of us being toys for the big boys. They play GTA with civilians, and we know this, Malu. Malu, we know this, don't we, baby? We know this, baby. You feel what I'm saying? I know this. The people don't know this. But I know this, and you know this. Bernie Sanders know this. You know what I'm saying? There's some people know this. President Trump probably know it. You know? That's why he said he wanted to come in trying to change things. Big Shit said those people at the rallies are paid. Bro, Big Shit, that's 1 million people all over America. How many of y'all think the people at the rallies are paid? Big Shit, let's talk about that. Legal Wars Live, guys. We cooking this morning. You guys, if y'all will for me, will y'all like the video? Go ahead, double tap the screen for me. Subscribe to the channel, guys. And if y'all enjoying the content, hit that notification bell, guys. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers. They start at 99 cents. That button below with the $sign in it, man. Your donations much appreciated. Guys, we need to get those channel memberships up, guys. Channel memberships start at $2.99, guys. We way down on channel memberships. We didn't keep our retention, but that's fine. That's cool, guys. We still good, but we got a bill, and I have to say it, guys. So, guys, please, 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 all of my moderators, all I see is I see a lot of blue in here, and all I see is Brian C is a channel member. So, guys, $2.99, guys, for channel memberships, and your donations are much appreciated. Let's see what we have over here. Who said they don't hate Trump? Didi says he a Democrat, minus 90. Didi, I thought he said 90%. He said a minus 90. Didi, give him an honest grade. Right now, Didi, do that for me. Go over the 5 metrics in your head. No politics involved. And what you post an honest grade for real. If you think it's a F, just tell it. Just post it. T says, how is that you guys give Trump's 90 when his policies have been going on? Look, I gave him an 80%. 80%. Look at the jobs report. Look at the March inflation. Right. See what Hey, look, Brian, from a morality standpoint, I would say that the platform that the Democrats stand on, I do not agree with. Morality standpoint, no. Everybody like Brian's super chat. I gotta address it. He paid the money, and he a channel member. He loyal. I gotta address it. The platform the Democrats stand on, I don't agree with. That's why I wouldn't be a Democrat. some of the platform the Republicans stand on, I wouldn't agree with. The reason why I'm an independent, because, you know what I'm saying? President Trump, I'm going to say this. Brian, I'm going to say it just like this. I'm saying the U.S. economy right now is teetering on total destruction. Teeter. I believe that with my whole heart. Teeter. I'm saying the nations of the world are joining and talking and getting together and discussing leaving the U.S. market. So I'm saying those things are very important, Brian C., my brother. It's very important. How are they different, Didi? What you mean they different? You know what I'm saying? Didi, he said, I am absolutely liberal. It's not wrong with being, if that's what you are. You know what I'm saying? Brian, you hear what Didi's saying? Hey, he said, you said that they wicked. He said they are, he said y'all he said y'all different. Big Shed said I was joking. That's what you hear from the right, that they are paid. I know, but bro, so you saying they paying 1 million people to go protest? If somebody believe in that, they idiots. This is what I'm saying. So President Trump ain't fired all the people, so they don't have no people angry from all them firings. Nobody's mad from them firings. You saying nobody's mad because they lost half their life savings from the stock market. Nobody's mad. Nobody's mad because they're going in the grocery store and they paying $6 for some eggs, 12 eggs. That in Mississippi, when they were paying in Houston $4 for the same egg 6 minutes ago. That's what I mean 6 months ago, excuse me. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. People mad. Republicans mad too. Trump supporters mad too. Them eggs go up to $12, they're going to be super mad. They're going to be dumb mad. Come July, you see what I'm saying? It was a peaceful April. Them protests in April was peaceful. Come July, they're not going to be peaceful. I gave y'all I'm Brian C. I'm trying to tell you. Brian C., Fox News, anybody in here, forecast President Trump announced any new tariffs. He might have. Have anybody know? Y'all been watching the news since I've been live? I've been live for an hour and a half. But I'm letting y'all know right now, if President Trump announced any new tariffs within 14 days, listen to your boy. Bro, look, you can't fix the whole system, President T. You didn't announce enough. America's getting enough. Now you need to announce the deals because we don't feel comfortable on Main Street with what you got going on up there. We don't know what's going on up there. That ain't nothing personal and that ain't nothing against you. That's just facts. Guys, Legal Wars Live. Please double tap the screen. If you have not liked the video, like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you hear every time we go live. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers start at 99 cents. Channel membership start at $2.99. Guys, just hit that button below with the $sign in it. Your donations are much appreciated. Malu says, I'm just a human person. I don't do with politics unless it's useful, regardless of what kind of politician we deal with. Malu, that's how I am too. She says, I choose and love humans. Sweetheart, we got a sweetheart in the stream, baby. She says they don't care about people. They make prices higher and income stay the same. So those just make it before they're just not gonna make it. And those was good or barely making it, so on. So she's saying that look, I will say that President Trump, Brian C., if you in here, President Trump, within his first term, the American economy saw record growth. So he is capable of doing this. Not only is he capable, y'all, he is in position to do this. He's in a great position. I'm saying he's already with the tariffs, he's already with the trade deals, he fixed the deficit. I mean, he just announced a bunch of deals. He needs to get those deals. Those other countries, look, the world is going to try to come up with a money system to circumvent American power and control and manipulation. Watch what I tell you. They're going to try to come up with a way to go around America. Is that good for America or is that bad? What y'all think? Malu, baby, what you think? Do you think the rest of the world's saying, okay, we see how basically he can destroy, one man can destroy our economy. So we don't want this to happen. So we're going to go around him and make our own system. How the Chinese like using the yen or using the Russian money to buy oil. They don't even use the US dollar. BRICS. You know what I'm saying? We're going to grow. That's what I'm saying. Do you think that President Trump's actions with the tariffs on the allies in the whole world will expand BRICS in the BRICS market? Could that hurt America? I'm talking about in the bigger picture. Omar says that deficit isn't fixed. Why are you saying that? It's not fixed, but he helped it a lot. He didn't fix it. You can't fix $1.2 trillion that quick, but he helped it a lot. 10% tax. I'm going to put a 10% tax on you. So that's 10% that's dipping into that deficit daily, 10% across the board, every nation in the world. How much money you think a 10% tax? Every dollar you spend, and I'm getting getting 10 cents. And you count up across the whole world, how many billions and trillions, man? You could see that. Who got a tariff calculator? He's sitting there getting rich off them tariffs. You just don't know about that. So if you get rich off the tariffs, making money, Omar, that you didn't have before, then that's cutting into the deficit. I didn't say he fixed it. I said he's cutting into it. With new trade deals, he could fix it. And he said they got him on the table. He said, this President Trump said they're going to announce up to 60 deals at one time. I'm going to tell, listen, that's why I'm not picking no side because I don't know what's going to happen. Because President T, I'm telling you, come out, you now 60 deals at one time, it's game over. Hey, we're going to put this, look, if that boy come out and now 60 deals at one time, President T, we're going to put you, if you could do that within 30 days and don't do no new tariffs, forecast. Y'all, where we at? An hour and 36 minutes, forecast. President T, you come out and announce 60 deals at one time within 30 days with no new tariffs. I promise you, they'll be ready to vote for you again in 2028. You ain't even got to do them deals. Is how he win or lose. It's like there's a problem to fix. He said there was a problem. Listen to me, y'all. Won't come. This is analysis. I'm breaking it down for you. You get news, you get forecasts, and you get analysis. This is analysis. It's common sense. He come in here, he said, hey, there's a problem. His whole campaign, passion, y'all. His whole campaign, he was saying, hey, there's a problem. Am I right or wrong, y'all? Didi, am I right or wrong? Philip, am I right or wrong? Darling, am I right or wrong? Malu, Colin says that he's talking to Omar. How, man, tariffs are what's gonna fix the deficit. Tariffs is exactly what's gonna fix the deficit. Exactly. But look, this is what I'm saying, though. Y'all tell me how I'm wrong. President Trump, he come in there, bro. Like I'm saying, he got a whole winning hand, bro. He got winning cards and everything, man. Made me lose my train of thought, man. Analysis, man. I'm trying to get it, y'all. I'm trying to help him out. He in a winning position. President T is in a winning position. If he get them trade deals, y'all, without even announcing stimulus, President T, you can't take a year to get no deal. Because if you don't get no trade deals or if you don't fix that deficit, listen, here's the analysis I was finna get. I'm walking in the room. I see a problem. The problem is that vase is white and that vase is supposed to be pink. I ordered a pink vase, but it's a white vase. Okay, hold up. We got a new vase fixer in here. Here come the vase fixer. Here come President Vase Fixer. Oh, that white vase. President Biden so sorry he got a white vases. I'm gonna put up a pink vase. President Biden, he's so sorry the eggs. How I'm gonna get the eggs cheap. Y'all remember when I was president, I'm gonna get the gas. See, he thinking that the people thinking about something else. That's what they voted for you for, man. So he come in here, and here's where it come down to, Omar. If he bring back a pink vase, it's over with. He won. He won. You could get as mad as you want to. If he brings back that pink vase, it's over with. He won. So if he got 60 trade, he announced the White House saying they got 60 trade deals. If he come up with 60 trade deals, he fixed that deficit. Because it don't matter, like what he doing against China, Omar, that needs to get done. Well, I got to get Didi in here, and I got to get Patrick in here, y'all. Patrick says, fractional reserve banking is the core of domestic economic problems. Banking must be regulated or we see more of the same problems. Fines and fees are just business costs at this point. Patrick, has he addressed banking and regulate banking? Because I know the Democrats will be odd. I think that's bipartisan. Because I don't think the Democrats, y'all, am I wrong? Didi says Trump and that black journalist asked stupid questions and black MAGA never wavered in their worship. So you think black people still supporting him like that, Didi? I'm going to pin that one. Because, Didi, I think that's not going to stay. I don't think it'll stay like that if things don't turn around. Because the economic field is just too bad in the country. Dylan says, why do other countries have tariffs on us if they don't work? Thank you. Not only they got tariffs, they getting paid. President Trump said South Korea had 100% tariff. I was sitting there again. But see, here's the argument. So I think if you ask Didi, Didi's going to say America's a rich country. South Korea, their economy, it's not hurting us for them to have a tariff on us, but us to know we have a reliable ally and we can have influence in China's backyard. That's the Democrats' argument. President Trump coming in here like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just about this, I'm trying to get money. No friends, ain't no friends. See, you don't think no friends when you get money. See, you can tell the mentality when you get money, they step on people's necks. You can't get no $1 billion unless you step on 999,999 people. That's how you get that billion. So he came in there with that mentality with America, but we talked about all this, Brian C. We talked about all this, Colin. Tell me we didn't. How America, Didi, we talked about this. America is not just a business. You have people and you have lives and you have livelihoods that's dependent on you and your words, and you have life savings. So President Trump, when you come announce tariffs, don't talk about no pain. Say how I'm putting these tariffs because I know y'all don't understand this. I'm putting these tariffs because Americans could make money. And if you guys do have pain, then America is making billions. So some of this money that we don't even add into the budget. Because see, the last time he did tariffs on China, he gave a stimulus to the farmers. Tell me where I'm wrong. He had to. He's about to have to again. Because y'all don't understand trade as well. China's finna slash the imports. Let me break that down to you. So, okay, hold on. These keys are $10. America got 145% tariffs, so now they $24. The $10 key, now I gotta ship them, they $24. So you know what China say? We're not ordering them keys no more. We're not gonna order no keys no more. We're gonna go buy our keys from Brazil or Russia. So you know what happened to all them keys that was supposed to get made and sent to China? China said, we're going to get our soy, we're going to get our beef from Russia. China start buying beef from Russia now. China used to be, if the biggest importer of United States, they getting it from Russia now. They're going to slash the imports. It's going to be some pain. Them tariffs do work. They do help, but they bring pain. That's why presidents aren't quick to always just use them. Inflation. The American government needs, y'all don't understand what's going on. I do. The American government has to enrich itself. The American government, Japan, y'all, bro, we at a brink in the world. We're at a brink in the world, guys. Y'all just don't see it. Y'all don't see Putin over there being aggressive. Y'all can't see China being aggressive. They doing the same thing, basically, Putin doing. So we over here, America, and then you got Putin and you got China over there acting a fool. And the reason why J.D. Vance go over there scolding the Europeans, because this is y'all stuff. This is your own backyard. And we know Europe can't handle Russia and China together. And even if they ain't together, can't probably handle neither one of them. But President Trump's going to have to. So we need all them allies right now, y'all. All of them, y'all. Legal Wars Live, y'all. I love you guys. I thank you guys, every last one of you. Dylan said, that's the goal, currently selling my suburban home for more rural. Wow. Malu says, produce that. I don't know if that's a good thing, though, man, but it's not wrong with living in a rural area. Malu says, produce eggs for a better price. You would be good. I don't know if we could do that, though, Malu. He's got to get that done. Or he's got to work the phones or something. Right, Malu? Right, baby? He got to do something because the American people, they're going to blame that on him. Colin says, tariff money is a lot of money, Omar. It is a whole lot of money. He don't understand that. He don't understand that. So if China have $450 billion in goods, get the calculator. China. No, I'm sorry. The U.S. is important. So China is importing about $150 billion in U.S. goods. Right? About 160 billion a year, right? Colin, look that up for me, my brother, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, excuse me. I'm almost 10,000% certain that China is importing about 160 billion in U.S. goods. You got 145% tariff on 160 billion. How much money you think that is? 145% tariff. You got to pay 145% tax. Yo, the tax going to be more than the goods, paying that much of a tax. And you know, all them $1 billion ain't even figured in no budget. America just putting that money in the bank every day, every second. When he announced it, he gets a 10% tariff on all the goods across the entire world, 10% tax. So everything coming into America right now got a 10% tax. That money going somewhere. Y'all the ones that don't know. He gave money to the farmers before, bro. He gonna have to give a stimulus. That's all that is to it. I don't care what the politics are. I don't care what your party thinking. Hey, where my boy at last time I saw? I'm gonna give him a prophecy and walk away because I'm doing that right now, Colin. If he, look, okay, so President T, you need to fix the problem with pharmaceuticals. Because everything he's saying is right. He a businessman. I don't care what nobody talk about bankruptcies and everything like that. He is a businessman. So he needs to fix the problem with pharmaceuticals. Yes, President Trump, I understand it. Okay, Ghost, I got a problem with the electronics. They're getting over on us on electronics, so we need to fix that. President Trump, now is not the time to announce any new tariffs. Same forecast. I'm going to give it to you right now, President Trump. If you announce any new tariffs in the next 2 weeks, the bottom of that stock market is going to hit the ground. Forecast. That's what I do, Ghostwriter. And the people that know me, look, I'm standing 10 toes on what I'm saying right now. So look, all President Trump got to do, which he said he about to do it in the next couple of days. That's what he said. These are Brian C., Dylan, Omar, all y'all my witness, guys. What's today's day? Colin, you in here all the time, Colin. What's today's day, Colin? Colin, to y'all my witness, he said he finna announce tariffs on electronics and pharmaceuticals in a couple days. If he do that, that stock market gonna hit the floor. And watch this time how long it's gonna take to rebound. Watch this time. Because see what's gonna happen unless he got a trick, unless he do it a certain kind of way, unless he do some positives with negatives, because I just feel like the American people, man, they about had it up to here with all that stuff, man, that chaos, Colin. That's what we talked about, Brian. See, right before the election, that's what we talked about. Didi, tell me I'm lying. That's why Didi came back in here. They making fun of me, but that's what we talked about, that chaos, man, that chaos. What we talking about in here, y'all? Colin said, he talking to Omar. Omar says tariff income completely depends on whether Americans trade with other countries. Omar, that is true, but what Americans not going to, Omar, you talking like a person who don't understand business. Omar, you talking like somebody who don't understand business, my boy. Because everything you got on, how you, Omar, you trade with other countries and you don't even realize it. Y'all know what I'm doing. Looking for that tag. Where you made at? Where you made at? Where you made at? Y'all, where Adidas made at? They ain't trying to tell me where Adidas made at. Y'all already know what time it is, boy. Where you made at? You feel me? You feel me? Where you made at? You trading with countries every day. That phone you got on, what's the name of that? What that phone you on that you watching this on? Samsung. You know that ain't nothing English. You know that's Asian. Listen to it. Samsung, Nokia, Wakasaki. You know that's all that stuff Asian. So that stuff come over here. Well, I mean, what you saying? If Americans choose to trade, that is true. Everything. Well, okay. This is what he's saying, Didi. This is what he's saying. Okay, it just take Ghost a little second. Didi, what Omar is saying is if everything is made in America, that's not going to happen, though, Omar, in reality. I understand the concept of what he's saying, and he's trying to make it happen, but do you destroy the whole world when you try to make something happen that you can't make happen? You're going to destroy the world to try to make something happen that you cannot make happen. It's good to encourage U.S. investments. It's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. It's good to build in America. It's good, it's good, it's good. But in reality, we've been talking about this for 10,000 years. They should have been moved all them to India. Didn't they start moving them to India? Didn't they start moving them from China to Pakistan? We've been talking about this for 10,000 years. So common sense analysis in my mind, like that, we on reruns. Because look at the amount of resistance that President Trump is feeling trying to do what he's trying to do right now. The Democrats trying to burn the house down. How you could listen? How you putting terrorists on the way? It's not like America's doing. It's like President Trump against the world. Like they got people in them foreign nations that they plotting on him, manipulating markets. They trying to drop him. That's what I'm saying, man. Common sense analysis and forecast President Trump. I would just get them billions, and you need to focus on Chinese not slashing U.S. imports to make all of that basically for nothing, because that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna slash U.S. imports. So all that money you're gonna have to give it back to somewhere. Last time it hurt the farmers because he stopped getting beef and the soybean, but this time it ain't no telling where he's slashing from. But he's slashing. So President Trump, that economic plan, I'm saying if you want to keep on putting on tariffs, you're going to get a stimulus. Forecast. Prophecy. Who said that? President Trump. If he keep putting them tariffs, y'all don't worry about it. A stimulus check on the way. Ain't no way in the world you got Forbes saying there's a 60% chance of a recession, and I'm going to come out and announce tariffs on top of a 60%. Go to Forbes, Colin, right now. Forbes. Go to JP Morgan right now and say, what's the chance of a recession? And I'm saying in the middle of that climate, if you a businessman and you coming out and you announcing new tariffs, I'm saying like common sense revolution. These are business people. Bro, you get billions. You got a 10% tax on the whole world. Chill. You got 145% tax on China. Chill. Said it before, it looked like you looking greedy, and he gonna, as soon as he announced them tariffs, talking about a little bit of pain, that stop. You can't keep having weeks like you had last week, President Trump. Because last week they were ready to say off with your head. Last week, at the end of the week, Bernie Sanders was giving 86,000 people rallies in Los Angeles, President Trump. You can't have no week like that again. You need to leave them tariffs alone for at least 2 weeks. You need to chill on that, man. Come out and talk about some deals, positivity. You can't fix the whole world at one time. Especially when you got resistance. You talking about you finna cut this and cut that. The Democrats saying, no, you ain't. They working against you, doing this, doing that. Y'all, Legal Wars Live, 1 hour and 55 minutes. I've been kicking it with you. No complaints. Thank you. I love you, my boy Didi. Thank you, brother. Guys, if y'all have not liked the video, go ahead and double tap that screen for your boy. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Guys, we will be live again on Thursday at 7 a.m. Central Time, y'all. Same place, same channel. Y'all make sure y'all got that notification bell hit. And guys, I got videos up, Trump tariffs. I tell this whole story in a whole shorter amount of time. It's just on the live, y'all get more of it, but I do the whole thing on a short amount of time. My boy Didi says, Trump, hold on, Didi, let me see what he said. He said, Trump is now under suspicion of inside trading. It's worse than that, Didi. I could tell you, but listen. Y'all don't listen to me, but y'all will now, because by the time 2026, I'm going to be mega. It sounds funny, but I give all these predictions because I'm going to show, because it's going to come true. They're going to say, man, Ghost was saying that a whole year ago. Didi, I could tell you some stuff. I could promise you that everybody around him, they all, the same thing happened last time. It's going to be times 10. And he keep picking fights with the courts. The Democrats going to be successful with it this time, because the court's going to, you better be in the state court, because them federal courts, that Chief Justice put that word down, you will never win another court case. He filed 60 cases on that leg. He lost every last one of them. But them courts stood for you, man. Dog, I wouldn't challenge. I don't challenge. Well, you know, I'm a legal person. I argue federal judges on points of law, on merits of law. I argue anybody on the law if I'm right. I argue the Chief Justice on the law. But you talking about challenging the court? No, I don't do all that. I don't challenge no courts, especially when you need the court. I need but I need courts. I need the court. So I'm not going to challenge the court if I need them. And even though President Trump, you're probably right on immigration. That dude probably was in the gang, and you probably should have deported him. And the Democrats had you to deport, because that's how they're going to come at you on immigration. That probably was a setup. But he probably was in the game. And he probably need to be deported, but if the Supreme Court say bring him back, then I'm saying you can't power tripping. If I come in the room and I see that this person is power tripping, I can't tell you nothing. I'm not going to tell you nothing. It's not about, I'm about winning and losing. No power. There ain't no power. Win. Let them have the power or think they got the power, and you just win. Big league. Deals, deals. Malu says, Omar, I never said I needed Trump for it, but he is a part of it. Somebody saying he a crook. Who said that? Didi, I knew it was. The trade war isn't our only dilemma under Trump. We are experiencing Trump lying about Social Security checks going to millions. Did he say millions, Didi? Look, I'm gonna address that, Didi. Look, this what I think that was about, okay? And I'll say this, Didi. Look, whenever Doge was doing their thing, okay, when Doge first came out, I think all the firings that was going on, I think they made a miscalculation. So I think Elon and President Trump and the Republicans that were working with them with Doge on the government level, I think they thought that, hey, look, if we fire the people, they were right about this. If we fire people, they're going to be mad. So to get the people with us, to get them on our side, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was what that was about, Didi. You know what I'm saying? That Social Security checks, that was just to get the people on their side. You know, like Trump saying they're eating the cats and the dogs, where he's saying, well, they're paying the 350 person a Social Security check. You know what I'm saying? Now saying millions of 100-year-olds, I don't know if I heard him say millions. Maybe he did he? But he was just doing that for effect. Oh, they paid a 150-year-old. Hey, they even paid a 120-year-old. Hey, they paid a 400-year-old. Hey, they paid 3,000-year-olds. You know, he just trying to get effect. He made a miscalculation saying stuff like that to people. That's why I try to tell these politicians be thinking that the people care about a lot of stuff they don't care about. That's what I'm saying. President Trump, Didi, to me, his communication, that's the same thing President Biden had. The thing that's crazy to me is that President Trump is such an effective communicator. I don't know about maybe his word and his speech wise like President Obama, but he relates really well to the people. So I didn't see why he wasn't out there doing town halls explaining himself. But while he's not doing it, the Democrats are. So, you know, the Democrats said they're trying to take over. What my boy Didi said. They're encouraging people in America, Trump and MAGA, to pick an American enemy based on race, economic status. While he lived, yeah, it looked like that, man. That's unfortunate, Didi. Very unfortunate. What Omar said, winning and losing, what are we fighting for? We fighting for the whole world, man. The entire world. The entire world is at balance right now. You want a false move, you getting switched cheesed up. One false move. You don't understand it, bro. You think it's a game, bro. Let me say this for y'all one more time, guys, and I'm gonna start doing that intro. Cause see, this is what the problem is, y'all. I know a lot of y'all in here, y'all came in here late, and y'all missed that intro. Y'all came in here late. This according to Angela Dewan of The Guardian, okay? Y'all listen now. In the space of just 2 weeks, China held 5 live fire drills. You know what a live fire drill is? That means these are live weapons. What these people doing with I gotta break it down, guys, okay? So China got some ship. You know how we got ships. You see, we got plenty of ships. They out there shooting ships. They shooting weapons. They out there in the sea shooting. Who they shooting at? That's aggression. What they out here doing? China. On the doorsteps of Australia. What you messing with Australia for? Ain't they NATO allies? Taiwan and Vietnam. NATO pact say you attack one, you attack all. So if they on the doorstep of Australia, that means that's a world war. Do you understand? They out there firing live rounds outside of American ally. You don't believe me? The Guardian. Okay? Angela Dewan. Just put it in Google. Put China too, just to make sure. It tested new landing barges on ships that could facilitate an ambitious assault on Taiwan. Omar, don't be. That's the same thing that Putin was doing for 20 years before he went into Ukraine. But I'm saying they just being aggressive. They out there, Australia, they finna attack American ally. You NATO country. You heard what Xi Jinping said about America? He said 125% he tapping out. Because he know his people the average Chinese citizen made $14,000 a year. His people are starving. Yeah. Donald Trump did that to him, in part. So 125%, he said, I'm tapping out. But he said he could get at America any other. He talking about slashing imports. He didn't say it out loud. Ghost telling you what he finna do. He talking about slashing imports and him talking about he ready for any conflict with America. And I pick up the thing, he ready for any conflict with America. The Chinese held live fire drills. What you out there firing weapons for? Bro, check this out, right? Say me and my neighbor got a beef. You know we ain't getting along. We ain't copacetic. We ain't seeing eye to eye. And one day he go outside and I got an AK and I'm just at his doorstep. I'm not shooting in his house, but I'm over here at his friend's house. I'm saying, what you being aggressive for, China? Ain't that what happened with just Putin when he just went and what? Oh yeah, China said they ready to go in Taiwan right now. Y'all don't understand that the world is on brink of a whole world war catastrophe. Omar? He's not tariffing penguins. He got tariffs on the world. So, bro, Omar, you saying stuff you don't know what you're talking about. He got tariffs on the world's second largest economy, China, 145%. Omar, you've been sleeping under a rock. He has backed off a lot of tariffs. He shouldn't have never put a tariff on Israel. But he still got a 10% tariff on the whole world. You just don't know that, Omar. But he shouldn't have never put a tariff on Israel or on no NATO countries at all. What you taxing your friends for? He shouldn't have never tariffed them in the first place. So yeah, on Canada, back off of him. Yeah, he gonna have to back off that. He gonna have to back off that. It's too auspicious. But on China, yeah, he need to get on China, stay on China, and we rooting for him. He did back off of, what's that mean he backed off tariffs? He got 10% tariffs on the whole world right now. What's backing off a tariff got to do with right now? He got a 10% tariff on the entire world right now. Tax him. Whole world, 10% right now. He ain't back off that. That's how he won. Because he taxed them and the market, and you got to pay higher, but then the market back up. That's what I'm saying, President Trump. If you just slide back right there, President Trump, that 10% tariff on the whole world, Omar in here, he don't even know it. The people don't even know they paying higher. They think you backed off the tariffs. They think they won. And you over there getting 10% on the whole world, President Trump. That's what I'm saying. It's time to just take a couple steps back, President T. This is what you're supposed to do right now. You see what Omar's saying, President T? Because of what he's saying right now, he thinking they won or some stuff like that. He think they won. You got a 10% tariff on the whole world still. But he thinking that you backing off of him. He thought you backed off of him. You got 145% tariff on the world's second largest economy. But he think you backed off of him, though. He think that they won. That's why you see President T. If you come out, President Trump, talking about tariffs again, then you gonna make Omar and them, they finna go crazy. That stock market gonna drop and it's gonna stay there for a second. Yeah. Now, if you come out and talk about deals too, Omar and them gonna go crazy, but who cares? That's good for America. Oh, Omar, tell me what you mean then. I don't understand you. He did back off the tariffs, but he still got 10% on the whole world. He did back off the tariffs, but he still got 145% on China. He won with that. Because the stock market, I can't say it right now. I'm going to look in a second, but the stock market went right back up. Everything in the green. That's what I'm saying. He in a position to win. But if he come in there, look, if you got, that's what I'm saying, the pink vase. Let's do that again. Okay? That vase is supposed to be pink. So President Trump got hired to do a job. Here come President T. Oh, that vase ain't pink. So he didn't pull the vase down. Okay? Now, how he win or lose is if he put a pink vase up. So say President Trump then pulled the vase down, right? He pulled the white vase down because we called him to do that. That ain't right. But in the meantime, while he doing that, he over here trying to touch this. Look, that ain't right either, President Trump, but we didn't call you for that. That's not what we called you for. We called you for that vase. So just fix the vase. And we could talk about that in a second, but if you're trying to tear it all down, you're going to tear it all. And then I'm saying, President Trump, they're going to put that on you. They're going to put that on your head. That's going to go on your head. Them people going to remember them hundreds of thousands of dollars in their life savings they lost, and they're going to put that on your head. President Trump, that's going to look the same way with them casinos, all that money that was lost in them casinos. And they're going to put that together in court. You see how I'm forecasting what's going to happen? I'm telling you, I can see it clear as day. I don't even need that. You don't need a vision to see that. To me, that's common sense. I don't need no deja vu or no memories to be able to see that. To me, that's common sense. All you got to do is, that's easy. That's easy money. Al Green got a countdown to the Trump impeachment. He don't even know what the Democrat, they got a countdown to Trump impeachment. And you go in the store and them eggs are $6 for 12 eggs. You see what I'm saying? Guys, I'm sorry I'm behind. Patrick says companies had to see what would happen before they made changes. He's so right. That trait is so right. You so right, Patrick. But what I'm saying is from this point right now, just stay where he at. He just need to stay where he's at. Just stay there. If you stay here, President Trump, you won. If you keep going with it, you're going to drive that market to a place to where you ain't going to be able to recover. You not. Because when they're going to, the investors, the Main Street, everybody going to lose confidence in you, President Trump, in you, not Tesla. Stop. They seen Tesla stock under President Biden. They ain't lose no Apple stock. They seen Apple stock under President Biden. They're going to lose confidence in you, President Trump. And when it start with the business people, those supposed to be your people. It's going to start with the business people. And down on Main Street, they already starting to whisper. They getting disgruntled. This is not the time for no President Trump. You did the tariff thing. You gotta, okay, they getting over you on pharmaceuticals. Like, what, you got some rich people or somebody special interest telling you to do that kind of stuff? Man, I'm talking about that's suicide right now. Bro, you talking about consumer sentiment. You talking about numbers like 1952? What? You still down 4,000 points in the stock market from when you was elected? Ain't nobody would it. Listen, anybody in this stream right now, 2 hours and 15 minutes I've been streaming. Anybody in this stream right now, tell me that you thought when President Trump was first elected. Let's go back before that. Let's go back to September. Before he was elected, if some of you asked if President Trump became president, the stock market would be down 4,000 points his first 100 days. What you think they would have said? Ain't no way in the world. Malu, see you later, baby. You leaving? You leaving, Malu? She said, love on somebody every day. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. And you enjoy your day, baby. Thank you for showing up. And I love you. And I definitely will do that, sweetheart. Yeah, Patrick, it is. And President T said that. He came to fix it. He was in the winning position, Patrick. He in the position to win right now. He made all the moves to win, Pat. He did everything to win. He did it all. He made the moves. Went through the pain, everything. So if you want to fix electronics, President Trump, and pharmaceuticals, that's fine. Just not right now. It's like that thing right there, that economy is like, and it's like if you touch it wrong, it's going to fall down. It's that bad. It's that close. And with the world in turmoil, I could see things get, bro, you're going to see the chaos agent, man. That's what it looked like. No, Brian, who trying to, look, they're going to come up with a reason, Brian. These people, you like, so Brian, you said that. Brian, if I scroll up, what you said about, first of all, thank you for that. But Brian, if I scroll all the way up, what you said about the Democrats, didn't you say they were the devil party or evil party? Didn't you say that, Brian? You think they're going to impeach him for the economy? No. They already talking about some stuff he been doing. About 19 Trump towers going up right now across the world. You don't think they could find nothing, Brian, to bring charges on him? You don't think so? You just might not understand that part of the law, Brian. They'll write laws. They'll make laws. Brian, I've been on both sides. I've been on this side arguing a federal judge on a point of law, and I've been on this side understanding the law being interpreted on me. Watch your head, boy. That's what my pastor, my old pastor, he used to always make that analogy when somebody getting arrested. Watch your head. You feel me? I seen both sides. I've been watch your head and I've been over there on the other side. What I'm saying, Brian, is that when they want to get you, it's a dirty game and it's a dirty world. But what did he say? I can know that. You hear it, see? He said, if they wicked, that's what I'm saying. They're not gonna come at him for the economy. They're gonna make up some. They're gonna come up with some stuff. He colluding with Russia. Hey, you could fool me once, you'll never fool me again. They said he was colluding with Russia, and when they couldn't prove he was colluding with Russia, I'll never believe no junk like that again in my life. Never. But they're going to come up with something. They got his lawyer. They got his son-in-law. They got his top advisor, Bannon. They got, what's his name? They got, what's her name? They got them all almost. Oh, man, I got a member in the stream, Red G. My brother from another mother. Red G, look, Red G so OG, man. Look, watch this. Let me see something, Red. Hold up. Man, let me get Red back up here, man. Pull up my phone, man. With my boy. Oh, I pinned you. I don't know how this ain't never happened. That's crazy after all that time. So my boy said, get that American out of the Salvador jail. Red, listen. Red, I did, look, no, I'm finna pin that. You see what I'm saying, Red? Because I did something on that, my boy. Like on everything I love, bro. I did, look, on Instagram. Bro, you got to get that man out of that jail. Not just that, the Supreme Court, you have to. Marco Rubio, I love you to death, my dude. I swear on everything I love, my boy. I love you, dog. I have the ultimate respect for you, Marco Rubio, but me hearing you on that couch like that, no. Stephen Miller, no. What you saying is right. It don't matter about what you saying being right. You got to get that dude out of jail. Give him due process and then lock him back up. Who cares? Give him due process and lock him back up. It ain't no way in the world you got that El Salvadorian president on your couch and he telling President Trump what he can and can't do. What? He ain't finna even do no interview like that. Yeah, President Trump could get the man out of jail if he want to, President T. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride or your power, especially with the court. If you need the court with all them orders, You pissing off judges, and I know how they work. Stephen Miller up there trying to argue a point of law. Them people gonna flatline you. They'll come through there every single order you will lose every case from here on out. The court could do that to you. They could shut President Trump's administration down right now if they wanted to. They could shut him down. The court. The court, the one who let him be president. Remember, he had 34 felonies that they could have sentenced him on, really. They could sentence you on them felonies, probably still. They probably just suspended him. That's what I'm saying, Brian. See, they could find a reason. You talking about the law, bro. Like, yeah. Like, I would just chill out on a whole lot of stuff. I know that's what, Omar, that's what we talking about. That's what we talking. That's not a good thing, President T. We can't do that, baby. President T, don't do that. Because you giving them a reason. President T is giving them people a reason to come after him. President T, don't do that, baby. That's the wrong move. That's what I'm saying. President Trump, fire all yes men immediately. He had yes men around him last time and he got impeached 2 times. Because you got all them yes men around you. You need people who are going to tell you common sense truth, President Trump. Brian C., he that close to greatness, that close. Bro, you could reach out and taste it. He that close. He that close to greatness, President Trump. He made all the right moves. 10% tax on the whole world, getting paid. Omar don't even know. Getting paid. 145%. And look, while we doing that, America's making millions a minute. Everything coming off the coast, America's getting a check, getting paid off of it. President Trump don't think tariffs. All that stuff need to get fixed. President Trump, fix it. Just not right now. Hold up. You're moving too much, too fast. Don't think tariffs. Think deals and investments. If you talk tariffs, I'm going to talk stimulus. And let's see who wins, President Trump. Open challenge. He talking about eggs. You hear what Red G talking about? President Trump, if you talk tariffs, I'm going to talk stimulus, and let's see who wins. Because every time you talk tariffs, we going to need a stimulus. You're going to think the world on fire. Keep doing it. Democrats waiting on you. Every time you talk tariffs, Mr. President Trump, we going to talk stimulus. Brian Sutton, listen. Oh, because you saying he's over there. Well, then why don't the El Salvadorian president let him out? Just tell him to let him out of jail. He's sitting there right on the couch with President Trump. He's saying, I ain't going to let no tariff out. What? Hold on a second. Where my shoe at? See, that's the problem. I don't think they would have done that when President Obama was president. That's the problem. You got all them goofballs up there with him. This man said he can't let this dude. This is you the president of that country, and you know y'all as corrupt as El Salvador. Anything in South America, you as a corrupt as what? He just gave you $6 million. He asking you to build more jails, and he asked you for a favor. You said you can't let him out of jail. Hold on a second, y'all. Hey, Marco, get that dude. Marco, bring that dude over here so I can slap him. I'm going to slap the El Salvadorian off that dude with my shoe. Bro, he gonna let that President Trump tell that dude, let that man out of jail. He gonna let him out of jail, bro. This American might. This American power. President Trump wouldn't have brought the dude to the White House to embarrass him. The reason he ain't letting him out of jail because President Trump feel like they trying to tell him what to do. And because he don't listen, that Brian C., he could taste it. That man that close to greatness. Literally make them mistakes. America is resilient, big market, rich company, but he make all them mistakes, Red G, and he almost could taste it. All he got to come out and do is say, I made 5 trade deals. Half of this pink vase I done fixed, we made 5 trade deals yesterday. They're not finished, but we got the ink down. Watch what that stock market do. You going to be that stock market hit that green so hard through the roof, because it's gonna make the people think, okay, he had a plan, and he come in here to fix it. He got a solution that quick, just like that. It's gonna make the people think, oh, he know what he doing. Oh yeah, we rocking with this. Make America great again. But he come out, I'm going to the grocery store and hold on a second. Y'all know I had like some kind of little receipt in here. Hold on. I'm going to the grocery store, bro. I'm getting taxed. I'm getting taxed. It ain't just eggs that's high, y'all. Go watch those videos I put on YouTube. I got the charts in the graph. It ain't just eggs that's high. I don't give y'all a bunch of boring information, because if I give y'all a bunch of boring information, I'm saying, like, I'm gonna give you common sense. I'm gonna read the boring information and I'm gonna break it down for you into common sense, and I speak common sense. So I'm gonna read that nonsense and I'm gonna interpret it into common sense, and that's what I give y'all. Omar says he's making a lot of mistakes. He is making a lot of mistakes. I wouldn't say that, Omar, though. I wouldn't say that. Omar, what you got to realize too, you got a lot of people who are against him. They are actively plotting against him, Omar. It's a lot of people he's got right now who's actively trying to see him on his face. They trying to destroy him. Didi, what's up, Didi? My boy with that $5. Didi, thank you, my brother. Continuous donations. Everybody right now, y'all, please like Didi's super chat. I'm going to give you a super thanks, Didi. My boy, my brother, Didi says Trump is trying to encourage Americans to pick enemies. Look, Didi, that right there, I don't like that. And see, let me like Brian, I want you to read Didi's comment, because I want you to understand something. Like, okay, so Brian's looking at it from a morality standpoint. Let's say, who else is supporting President Trump? Let's see, who else supporting President Trump? In the stream, Colin, if he's still in the stream, he might look at it like from an economic standpoint. What I'm saying is what my boy's saying right there, what Trump is trying to America, like, there's people who look at stuff legally, like myself, who's really neutral. There's a lot of legal people who neutral, you know that, right? There's a lot of lawyers and judges. They're just not, because we understand the law, we got to be in the middle. So neutral. So the neutral people, though, when they see that him trying to go against rights of people, that's a whole different kind of thing. Because look, Didi, he could never, ever, bro, we die for this, boy. You hear me? Martin Luther King gave his life for that, boy. You hear me? I don't care what you get up. You can see, he could get up there and he'll have the black people, they scared to say they black now, Didi. They won't even say they black. President Trump, I'll be your friend, but you can't take my ethnicity from me, bro. I'm proud of what I am, homeboy. I'm standing 10 toes on this. Any man who won't, that's what God made me as. You understand that? That's what God made me. God did that. I didn't choose that. God did that. Anything God made me, I'm going to stand 10 toes on it. You see this fat stomach? That's me choosing. Because as soon as I get off here, bro, I'm finna go. That's me choosing. You hear me? Me being black, me having a disability, that's God did. You can't, we don't do that. You don't do that, bro. We fought for that, boy. Get that in blood. You gonna get that in blood, my boy. Nah, we don't do that, Didi. That's the only problem that I really like. Because, like, y'all talk about this politics stuff, I'm going to just try to say President Trump, I'm trying to help him, really. That's how I look at it. Because I know what's going to happen. I hope, listen, what's today, y'all? I'm going to write this down. Y'all. I'm going to have to post this somewhere so y'all know it's real. What's today? What's today's day, y'all? Today what, y'all? Somebody put it in the chat. What's today, the 15th? Before May 1st. President Trump forecasts if you drop one tariff before May 1st, I think that's going to be over for you. That stock market probably going to be in the trash can on May 1st. It'll rebound like this, but it's going to go back down. The consumer sentiment is too, if people say, what kind of, he ain't got no political people around him for real. Bro, you looking at these numbers? While he's sitting there thinking about, he looking at CNN like CNN, his ops, they probably are messing with him. They probably poking with him. They probably are poking with him. You see what I'm saying? But while they poking with you, you better always have that ear to be able to hear truth, because that person poking with you might be telling you something that can help you crush them. Strategy. You need some. You get you a litigator. Let me see. I see Red G and Colin in here. Diddy says, oh yeah, Colin, Trump made Haitian asylum seekers the enemy. Vince called Chinese people peasants. Listen, Diddy, where's your proof? Look, Brian, what Diddy trying to say though, Diddy just trying to say that President Trump don't have enough respect for the different ethnicities. That's what he's saying. But Brian, I give him a pass. I give President T a pass a lot of times because I don't think he racist. But that's just a Republican thing. What order did he sign? Defunded the research. Y'all heard? Look. Every president has ops. Omar, they do. Look, Omar, they do. But Omar, this my thing though. It's like, look, it's strategy, bruh. They got them surrounded. You can't let them get you surrounded though, Omar, right? Every president have ops, but you winning or losing by the way you deal with them ops, Omar. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying President Obama in the office, White House, and say President Obama said he had a problem with China. I'm saying like, he not going to go by himself stepping on people's toes and just put tariffs on them. Nah, he ain't. Even though President Obama gave the speech on the tariffs, Sean Hannity said this on Fox in 2008, 2009. Even though President Trump always been for tariffs, I mean, President Obama kind of broke that down. The use of tariffs, did he? You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is though, the way President Trump doing it, just going in there just like, but the politics side of it, Didi, like, I mean, with the tariffs and stuff like that, the politics side of it, I mean, I'm going to just tell them what I think will work or what I don't think, or what I know or what won't work. But President Trump, the rights of the people, that's a no. Y'all firing all them veterans. How many veterans we got in the stream? Didi, you a veteran. Didi, thank you for your service, my brother. I love you. Omar, you a veteran? Brian C., you a veteran? Colin, you a veteran? I'm a veteran, y'all. You feel me? I'm saying you don't give veterans preference. You just fire veterans like regular people. I'm going to speak up for the veterans. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak up for the disabled people. How many people in the stream got a disability? I'm going to speak up for them. Omar, I like your style. Omar know how to get my attention. He said he ain't got he ain't got to be no moderator or no. He just got. Hey, Dee says, Brian, how does that change what I am saying? If Biden deported every Haitian, Trump lied and said they ate pets. He cheated the Discord. He created the Discord. He kind of did, though, Brian. He did. Hey, Didi, I understand. Look, well, I'm going to say it like this. Brian, I understand where Trump coming from, but it's just the approach. That's it. His approach is too chaotic. Everything he's saying is right. Look, whoever, Brian, hold up, Colin, I'm coming. Whoever Trump, like, Project 2020, they took a little bit of all of the presidents out of history. Make America Great Again, which Buchanan didn't say that back then. Those job cuts, Clinton didn't do that back then. I'm saying the trade, that's what I'm saying. He took a little bit of what every president has done. So I'm saying he's that close to greatness, but it's that other stuff that we got a problem with mostly, man. I can't really go because a lot of y'all going, Mac, what's up, my boy? What's up, Mac? Let's see. Colin says a Doge is only responsible for auditing the different government entities. Look, Colin, this is what I want you to do. Go in the stream and look up how much money that Doge actually cut from the budget. I ain't even going to do my boy Elon like that. But I hear what they be saying about you, though, on them other networks, Elon. They say Elon only cut $10 billion from the budget. So I know that ain't true. Somebody please go look and see how much money has Doge cut from the budget and put that in the stream for me. Max says, so true, they need to do more for the vets. So much more. I'm saying I wasn't even saying do more for the vets, but you firing all these people at the VA. What? Nah, you gonna skip the VA with the firings. And then a lot of people in the government, they served in conflicts and wars and battles. You don't fire them people. Wrong answer. Diddy says, Omar, I'm sorry. He says, Obama had just more opposition than Trump. No, I'm not a veteran. Yeah, he did. I don't know. Trump got a lot of opposition, though. He do, man. I mean, ain't nobody ever try to assassinate him. You see what I'm saying? He got a lot of ops. Colin says, Didi says, Colin, you got to be kidding. How is Kamala? Who said that, Colin? Don't do that, my boy. Don't do that. Brian C., my brother. There we go. We got us a channel membership. My boy made me go for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I guess he said 2 hours and 35 minutes. Look, this is how I felt, though, man. I felt like, bro, oh, my Lord. Brian C. gave my little channel membership. Hey, look, this is what I'm saying. I feel like, though, man, like I haven't went live with y'all for the last 5 days, and it's been so much going on, and I know we be in here kicking and talking politics, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just go ahead and get that out. You know what I'm saying? Diddy says, Colin Vance benefited from veteran getting opportunities throughout. He probably did. Vice President J.D. Vance, thank you for your service, baby. You hear me? Thank you, VP Vance. Hey, Vice President Vance, he married, man, but I heard a lot of girls say that he was cute. We got any females in this stream? Y'all think JD Vance cute, man? Let me stop that. That's a married man, but for real, JD, you little pimp daddy. JD used to be a little pimp daddy. Why President Trump got all them little pimp daddies up there working with him? Hey, who else? Let's see who this is. Diddy says, Colin, I'll bet you all the money that you could raise and include your retirement. That's a pure lie. Hey, what you at, Colin? What he said? Hey, what he said? Okay, Didi, don't look up at the interview, then keep assuming what you want. Hey, y'all here tweaking. Hold up, what Reggie say? Reggie says the black Greeks in society, what are they, Trumpers? I'm not sure. It ain't about no race. It's just protecting the marginalized groups. President Trump, I understand where you're coming from. You feel like you a white man, and they always take protecting black people. So President Trump probably feel like, why they ain't talking about protecting white people? He just feel like it's unfair. And I understand where you're coming from, President Trump. But it's so many, President Trump, how many of your people or your colored people hung from trees because they were black? Or how many of them? See, we don't want to talk about this. Y'all erased it from the schools. Y'all don't want us to talk about this. That's what I'm saying. So don't mess with the rights of the black people. And we cool, bro. Don't be rolling back no laws and all that stuff. Don't be doing that. Don't fool with nothing we fought for. You feel me? If you got a beef with President Obama, handle your beef. Don't come doing it to the American people is what I'm saying. He got a beef with President Obama and President Biden. Then y'all, that's y'all beef. Y'all put on boxing gloves and go duke it out. Go box it out. But what I'm saying, don't come doing that to the people, bro. Because when you and President, you see how President Obama ain't president no more. Well, by the grace of God, it's going to last to 2028. But 2028, you ain't going to be. But we still got to live in this country. And y'all two going to be gone. Y'all go fight each other in heaven or hell or wherever y'all going, whatever y'all doing. But I'm saying, don't come messing with. That's what I'm saying. A lot of us legal people are independents. And we care about the rights of the people. I'm gonna go whatever that Supreme Court justice saying. I'm going with what John Roberts said. Oh, sorry, Your Honor. I'm going with what he's saying. What them federal judges saying, I'm going with what they say. I'm going with the legal people because usually the legal people in the middle, and I'm in the middle. But I'm just saying the way stuff looking, President T. You know what I'm saying? You can't be that aggressive with it. Got to change the approach a little bit. That's all. He okay, though, Colin. He okay. President T okay, though. He just got to change the approach a little bit. Big Shit say Chinese guy that went to school with advanced in China middle class is larger than U.S. population. The China middle class? I need to do, okay, then I'm going to do that for the next stream. Are you sure about that? Per capita income is $13,000 per capita in China. And Colin says, "Are you a DEI owner?" Oh, we can't get no. Where you getting DEI funding from? You ain't getting it from no government. President Trump just shut all that stuff down. Yeah. I'm not sure which DEI y'all talking about, but look, y'all, we about 10 minutes out, y'all. You know what I'm saying, man? We had a lot. Brian C. tell me we did. My boy Colin been in here kicking it with me the whole time. My boy Didi, my brother Didi. When Red G show up, you know it's a party. Y'all look at Red G. That man got a yellow. That boy got a yellow star by his name. All them members. Colin, Red G, and my boy Didi gonna jump in there, man. Didi, I appreciate you coming, Didi. Didi, I made you the managing moderator of this stream, you and Brian C. And I appreciate you coming. Didi, we started the stream out. We were supporting VP Harris, you know what I'm saying? I think VP Harris finna announce her run for governor of California. VP Harris, don't listen to nothing no one's saying. Because if you want to run for president, you need to run as the governor of California because you're going to be running against some governors. And all the people going to remember is you the one lost to Trump. And you running against governors who keep running, like Josh Shapiro. They trying to burn his house down. You can't beat them. They fear Josh Shapiro, a politician. The people love him. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I would do, VP Harris. If I was you, I would run for governor. And then if you wanted to run for president, you could turn around and run for president again as governor of California. But Didi, that being said, yeah, we started off supporting VP Harris. I think we shifted more towards a Republican-leaning, conservative-leaning stream. You know what I'm saying? But you and Brian C. are the head moderators. Whoever wins this stream is going to be who wins the country. You see what I'm saying? If I done laid out what I think that President Trump could do, what I know he could do and win, and if he do that and win, then hey, I'm going to support President Trump. But I'm saying if the economy, if the whole world is on fire, I don't see how anyone going to stand with you, President Trump. So the goal is to not set the world on fire, President Trump. That's the goal, y'all. 2 hours and 45 minutes, y'all. The first time I streamed in 5 days? Guys, I'll be live again on Thursday at 7 o'clock a.m. I think on Thursday is going to be just forecast and analysis, guys. I do the streams now. Like if I do a news stream, I'm going to do it just like I did today, where I'm going to go over the whole content. And then at the very end, like we're going to interact. if I do a stream where it's forecast and analysis, I'm going to interact with y'all the whole time. That's basically a ghost stream. So you and the Reggie coming in here. Reggie says, Jasmine Crockett, bro, thoughts. You see what I'm saying? The whole stream, that's all we're going to be doing on the forecast and analysis. On Jasmine Crockett, I think Jasmine Crockett is going to be either the next Secretary of State. If the Democrats win in 2028, Jasmine Crockett would be the next Secretary of State or possibly a Vice President. That's what I think of Jasmine Crockett. It's not just what I think, it's what the Democrats think. They are very high on Jasmine. She's gorgeous. She's a superstar. For real. My baby. Now, let me see. I can't be calling these women my baby. I don't know them, but I like her, though. Oh, Reggie, oh, in love. Hey, on sight. Like, she pull up, I be like, hey, babe, what's up? Pull up, girl. Come here, girl. You feel me? Oh, yeah, I love that, man. You can't say no woman like, you can't call no queen in front of me like that, man. What? That? Jasmine? Shoot, boy. I'm talking about like a woman like that for me, it don't matter how beautiful. You could get the most prettiest girl in the world. I'll put this on everything and stand her next to Jasmine. I'm going to pick Jasmine 10 out of 10 times because I'm just like her. I think like her. I relate to her. When she start, as soon as, if I was a Democrat, Red, what she's saying out her mouth, I'll be saying the same thing. Because even as an independent and a Republican, I'm going to say that. Because she a legal person. Any legal person I'm going to plug in with. I plug in with Stephen Miller. He a legal dude. I could speak his language. I don't agree with him arguing, trying to argue. But like he legal. Like that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like I'm a legal person. You don't matter about no freaking parties. In no courtroom, that judge ain't gonna where that party stuff written at in the law. In the look, that ain't written in the law about no parties. It's just the law. It don't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. That's how I end up an independent. Really, I ain't studying no party stuff. It's about what's right and what's wrong, bro. That's what it's all boiled down to. What's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? One party doing the right thing and one party doing the wrong. And the Republicans ain't doing all right. They might be doing more right and the Democrats might be doing more wrong, but they both doing right and they both doing wrong. So I'm an independent. I try to break it down for y'all. It's easy. Omar says, you think nothing like her. Pray you whatever, man. Oh, you talking about because of me with President Trump? It's because I grew up different. You gotta understand where I grew up at. Omar, ask Jasmine where she grew up at. You see what I'm saying? I grew up in Mississippi, bro, in like a conservative community, 19,000 people. So it's like you can't get away from that. Omar, they should be surprised I'm not a full-blown Republican. Because I'm saying that stuff is still in me. I grew up with that. Like, I don't believe in abortion. I don't believe in two gay people getting married. I don't believe in a little boy born, a little boy playing a girl's sport. I don't believe in none of that. You feel me? But I mean, that don't mean that, like, I'm not like Jasmine, in my opinion, because she might believe in all of that. But we start talking about everything else, I agree totally with it. Why I support VP Harris? Why I love VP Harris so much? Because when she talk, I be feeling her. Y'all think I like her because she cute? You think that she's a beautiful woman, but you think that's the reason the Republicans got a bunch of pretty women in their party. You see what I'm saying? They got some pretty women in the cabinet. Then look at the Attorney General. Look at her. She pretty. What you talking about? Like, I mean, it's a bunch of pretty women in politics. That's not why I like VP Harris or Kamala, Kamala or Jasmine because of how they look. I like them because I got like spirits. I hear them talk, bro. Like, I'm feeling it. Just like I like Obama. Just like y'all do when y'all hear him talk. Obama made Republicans cry. You feel me? You hear him talk, you like, oh yeah, he's saying the right stuff. Oh yeah, that's my dog. Well, I hear President Trump doing that sometime. And he come out and say something about some new tariffs. Where my boy Mac at? Mac, you remember that prophesizing? Mac, where Mac at? Mac, watch this though. Mac, watch this. Hey, remember this, Mac? Here come the prophecy, Mac. You waiting for the prophecy? Mac, you waiting? Prophesize. Hey, President Trump, before May 1st, if you announce any more new tariffs, it might be over for your economy, man. It might be over. Because I'm saying by July, they ready to hit the streets. I'm talking about violence. They ready to get in it. Get in it. Get in it. You see what I'm saying? So that's just what I'm saying. President Trump, from here to May 1st, get one deal done. 2 deals, 3 deals. 1 investment, 2 investments, 3 investments. You remember all those investments you was announcing, President Trump? Do that right now. Watch what happens. And when you do that with this, that's what I'm saying. Do that right now, President Trump. Then come back and circle the block with the tariffs and get all the rest of the stuff you missed. Okay, we getting 10% on the whole world. We getting 145% from China. Stock market is teetering. Oh, okay, that's good. Then look, we got all these deals, investment. Yeah. Stock market back up. We done forgot about it. Then I'm gonna swing back around probably in about 3-4 months, maybe 2 months, and then I'm gonna hit you again with another set of. That's what I'm saying. You come trying to crash the whole world, man. Them people gonna be looking for you. You talking about that life savings, man. Look, I'm gonna get a couple of more of y'all in here. Come on. Omar, what we debating on? Oh, man, Omar. Omar, you a Democrat or a Republican first? Omar, I like you though. He's so funny. You be on point with what you stand. Colin says, step up and do a live stream with him. Omar, let's do it, Omar. Colin, we could do one too. Because Colin, I'm gonna get that MAGA hat for real. I'm going to come on the live stream with a MAGA hat on. Saying I support Jasmine Crockett. Y'all like that boy confused. Diddy says, Colin, I don't know everything. I don't think that you are bad in any way. But Trump pushes false narratives. Yeah, like he does. Diddy. A lot of politicians too do sometimes. Max said he's speaking into life. Then we're going to see him smiling like I got Hey, Colin says, Diddy, yes, but all politicians do that. That's what I just said. They do. All politicians go through that little fake stuff thing. That's just part of the game. Diddy says, Colin, none of us know everything, but Trump wants you to have an enemy in America based on things that are superficial. He's saying, oh, that's what Diddy's saying. Diddy's saying he's trying to turn us against each other. You hear me, Colin? Colin, I'm going to pin that last comment, or just before that last comment, Colin, and I'm going to tell you, because Colin a good dude, and Colin, Diddy is a good dude, as y'all probably could see, y'all both good dudes. So that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that, he trying to, basically, I think, Diddy, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think Diddy trying to say that President Trump is trying to turn us against each other, so he keep us from uniting. I think that's what he's trying to say in so many words. Matt McKinney said he's going to have to make something happen. So he's going to have to do a stimmy. He had to, man. It's moving too far. The economic sentiment in America is moving too far into a negative place. Oh, yeah, Diddy. And I knew that's what you were saying, bro. And you 1,000%, 1,000%. 10,000%. Because that's the way we divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really even trying to do all that because, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he's saying that, hey, I don't want to lead with race, you know what I'm saying? Okay, President Trump, I'll give you that. He's saying he don't want to lead with race. Okay, I'll give you that. Don't touch our stuff or our rights, though. And you good with me. You start touching our stuff and our rights, I'm going to go join the ACLU. Real talk. If the office of the ACLU I work in, they ain't never gonna lose no case ever again. I'll be a paralegal, but they'll say somehow I'm a lead litigator. I'll be over there smashing them attorneys, eating them attorneys alive, boy. Do not mess with the rights of God's people. Never, don't you ever do that. That was my mission. Dee, thank you for your service to this beautiful nation. Patriots, man. Don't mess with the veterans. Where all my black people at, bro, who have went through stuff, went through some suffering? All the black people who scared to say they black, you go sit your little down. Don't mess with the black rights, bro. I don't care what you say. You ain't gonna tell me what not to say and don't say. Don't mess with Asians. Don't discriminate against the Asians, Red G. Tell them. Red G, tell them, don't discriminate against no minorities, women either. That's what I'm about. We said, but disabled people. Who like messing with disabled people? Who like picking with people with disabilities? Don't mess with nobody with no disabilities, y'all. That's what I'm about. I'm about the rights of the people. Now, we could talk politics, and I could say what I think and what I don't think. President Trump, he had to do them tariffs, especially against China. He trying to fix something. If he fix it, he win. If he don't fix it, he lose. That's how I feel about that. That's how I feel about that. It's kind of, but I think we need a stimulus because you getting all that money from the tariffs. You got a 10% tax on everything you see coming in America right now. You know how much money that is? A 10% tax on everything coming into America. On imports or exports or on both. What? That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Boy, getting that bread. So, you know what I'm saying? He could give us some of the money too. He did last time to the farmers. Stock market keep crashing. Give us some bread. But as far as overall, President Trump overall, man, I ain't got nothing against my boy, President T. Omar said you black. You are for the rights. You should be against Trump. Absolutely. Bro, you can't do that. Okay, listen. Okay, Omar. Look, I'm finna have to go, Omar. I like talking to you so much. Omar, what I'm saying is, besides those initial executive orders, I'm saying, what rights of the people he violating? Because if y'all go ask President Trump, he would tell you that he do more for black people than Democrats. I'm going to tell you that right now because I've heard him say it. If you ask President Trump, he going to tell you that the blacks did better under him than under any other president. Go ask him. Where a Republican at in this stream? Ask a black Republican what I just said. That's why he got more black people to vote for him than any Republican ever. Why you think that? I'm talking about in modern times. Why you think that is? Because he telling them, and they believe in him, that he's doing more for black people than any other president, Omar. So you can't say that like, you ain't telling President Trump that he ain't for the rights of the people. You're not going to tell the Republican Party that. The Republican Party gonna say that they are the party that liberated the slaves, Omar. That's what I'm saying. I got a balanced argument. Guys, I love this conversation, Omar. I really do, man. We had 3 hours, y'all. I'm talking about all my OG channel members in here, y'all. We've been streaming for 3 hours, man. I love every last one of y'all. Straight therapy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been like 5 days since I streamed, y'all. We streaming again on Thursday. We got new content out. Y'all give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to come and I'm going to end the stream. In the meantime, man, y'all go ahead and say y'all goodbyes. Omar, y'all get y'all last arguments out, man. And then we going to be back up in here on Thursday at 7 o'clock. Omar, I'm going to go ahead and do this. So you don't have to keep on tagging me like that, Omar. Because I like your conversation. I just ask when I add you guys as a moderator, I just ask that y'all please be respectful to each other. Because we are always in here arguing about some kind of politics. They told us when we first started that we could not do it because it was too controversial, y'all. But Here we are. So y'all, please, please, please just be respectful to each other, okay? Omar, welcome to the team, baby. We 5 minutes, y'all, since we've been streaming so long. 7 minutes. 7 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna come back and give the outro, okay? What we putting on in the background? Where Brian at? Oh man, y'all seen your boy hit the ground. Hey, where Brian at? What we putting in the background? Where my Fox News at? Oh, you welcome, Omar. You welcome. You welcome. What we looking like, y'all? We been in here cooking. That's what we do, Omar. We be cooking. Y'all, we gonna turn that Fox News on. Y'all, give me a second. Let me see what I got in here. I'm gonna try to put a good story on for y'all. So I got Fox up, y'all, and we gonna do what we doing. Jury selection. We ain't care about that. So China launches new retaliation in trade war, y'all. This is brand new. So if y'all want to know about what's going on in the trade war, I told y'all that President Xi was going to try to slash U.S. imports. I hadn't even seen this. It's been up for 22 minutes, and y'all my witness for 22 minutes. I've been kicking it with y'all. So what Fox News finna say? President Xi then slashed the imports. Something like that, I guarantee you. Y'all gonna learn. Ghost be knowing what he's gonna say. Hold up, let's see. I want to see this. What's the retaliation? Oh, China orders halt to Boeing jet deliveries. China off halt to Boeing. Oh yeah, President Trump is considering a pause on auto tariffs, man. President Trump do that. Wait, Fox said, hey, y'all tell him to do that. Not from China. You don't pause nothing from China, but just from the allies. Pause all the tariffs from the allies. Stock market going up. Every time President Trump says something positive, the stock market going up. So President T, with it being so shaky, everything being so shaky, let it stable out. Give it 2 weeks of green. And then come out and say, hey, I'm going to put a tariff on you because I need to fix this too. And then let it do that. And then hold up, chill, let it stable out, President T. No, President T, no. He talking about he going to do this, no, chill out. Let it get stable. And then when it gets stable, about 2, 3, 4 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Let the people like, yeah, you know, and then bam, come back. Hey, y'all, I'm going to cut that Fox on for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my peoples. Got no people at Fox, but shout out, you know what I'm saying? I like Fox. And, of course, the best news reporter in the whole world. Y'all talking about Jasmine. Y'all talking about VP Harris. What about old Abby Phillips on CNN? She is the best news reporter in the whole world. And she gorgeous. But I love that queen. That's what I'm saying. You could get, and then you bring, and I'm going to pick queen every time. 10 out of 10, boy. You feel me? This ain't got nothing to do with no. I love black people. I love Hispanic people. I love white people. I love Chinese people. I love Asian people. I love anything God created. I love dogs and cats and squirrels. I feed the turtles, boy. You feel me? I'm just a cool type dude. But I'm saying, man, you attracted to what you are. Man, I'm coming through. Ghost, bro. Y'all hear President Trump, y'all. We got about 5 more minutes. We're going to do the outro. Y'all, it's been over 3 hours, bro. Y'all got me turned up, man. Actually, I got to do the outro right now, y'all. That phone about to die, y'all. Guys, we had so much fun today. I appreciate y'all coming in here and kicking it with me, y'all. I love every last one. Like I said, all my donations today, thank you guys for those donations. we don't have as many people in the stream, but you guys are giving me in a position to where it's time for us to transfer from this vertical live feed. We real close to it, guys. We just need to keep this going and build on it, guys. And I promise this is a perfect time to do it before the politics get cranked back up. That being said, we live again on Thursday at 7 o'clock a.m. Central Time. And then, of course, Sunday is Easter, so I won't be live this week, but we will be live on Saturday at 8 a.m. Central for that Easter stream. If you guys go to YouTube, right now we have multiple new videos up, so make sure you go check that out. If you haven't liked this video, go ahead and like the video for it, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. We thank you. Brian C., thank you for that channel membership. Channel membership's $2.99. Guys, I'm a born-again Christian. I love Jesus Christ. He is my Savior. You know what I'm saying? And I just let people know that. Not trying to put Christianity on you, but he has helped me in so many ways. You see what I'm saying? Every time I get depressed, every time I get sad, regardless of what happens in life, I always get on my knees and I look up. And when I have a bad day, this is what I say. I say, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will, regardless, rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you guys for showing up and watching. Like y'all know, this is like my therapy session. I love you guys, man. Once again, y'all go follow me on Instagram. I put content up all the time. I got new videos up on YouTube, guys, and I will see you guys again on Thursday at 7 a.m. Central. Remember, y'all, Jesus love y'all. Every last one of y'all, guys. Legal Wars Podcast, that's my time. Ghostwriter, Ghost love y'all too, y'all. I'm out, and I'll see y'all Thursday morning.